Live.
Not yet. Oh.
Holler at me when we're live. If we're actually up there, I'm trying to get my silly thing up. Here we go.
I can see us.
You can see us. Are we live?
Oh
Mhm.
my God.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to a very late edition of Game Therapy 1000 Insane Worlds. I know what you're thinking. Whenever Brendan doesn't have Bruce on, everything just goes wonky. Not this time, y'all. Not this time. This is not my fault this time. Although I will take the heat. I just won't take the rap. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Love having you guys here show up to hang out with us here at 1000 Insane Worlds. And couldn't be more excited to bring you today's our latest edition, when which I like to call Survivor Complex. So thank you very much. I'm going to go around the room and we'll introduce ourselves real quick. Let's start with Phil. Tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Phil. I'm playing Arcane. I'm guessing some kind of a bit of a hacker. Doesn't like being told where they can't go, and likes to exploit that whenever possible. Really.
Arcane. We love having you. Thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.
Chris, tell them who you are.
I am Anarchist 9. I am a demolitions expert, and I have 4 dangerous words. I have a bomb.
Outstanding. Matt, tell them who you are.
Hey there. My name is Matt. I'll be playing Dolby One, who is excellent with a laser beam and also with a keytar.
We love hearing that. Okay, and I got to give it a special thanks today for my homeboy who showed up with like maybe 30 seconds notice to show up at the last minute to fill in for this game for somebody. William, tell you who you are.
Hello, I'm Will. I'm playing Will R. Dead. I'm here to kick ass and chew gum, and I'm all out of ass.
Woo! It's going to be that kind of game, kids. I can already tell. Well, thank you all very much. And let me go ahead and say, again, huge big thanks. And let me tell you a little bit about where you guys live. So you have been living, for generations, you guys have been living in what they call the survivor complex. Apparently, there was a horrifying disaster some generations ago. There was war, and the war led to famine, and the famine led to all kinds of unprecedented natural disasters, and all kinds of heinousness came up. And sure enough, luckily, there was one light in the forest there that was there to save all of you, which was, of course, the Presidentron. Now, the Presidentron is a piece of computer software which apparently compiles all of the greatest aspects of all of the greatest leaders ever of the country that once your ancestors would have showed up from and arrived from, and has been nothing but beneficent, and magnificent for all of you for all of your lives and such. And of course, keeping all of you clones because you are all so all of our players today and everyone who lives in the Survivor Complex are all they are all vat-grown clones. Apparently, the what you have all been told is that you are all here working together to keep society alive until such time as we are prepared to actually venture out of the complex, find our way to the outside, and once again reclaim the surface world in the name of our previous ancestors. At which point, all of the actual survivors of of the great disaster will be thawed out and put upon this earth. And those clones who made it all happen shall all be rewarded with their own names and complete autonomy, and and all kinds of good stuff. In the meantime, watch yourselves. So, of course, we have some rules here in the Survivor Complex. Sometimes, every once in a while, in the vats, a mutation will come along inside of a generation. If you have a mutation, you have to report all mutations. And if you don't report a mutation, you are a traitor and are sent off to renewal for being a traitor. Of course, if you have if you do, if you are found to have one, or if you just have one, and either way that you wind up in renewal. So you want to be super careful about how you play that one and such. There are also secret factions within the Survivor complex, and unfortunately, within the Survivor complex as well, like all of you are all clone born. You were actually created being a part of uh, a um, a faction just from birth. Like you've never not been in a faction. So of course that's also treason. So that's another thing that you want to watch out for. Going around the room, Dolby One. What faction is your guy a member of?
Sorry, unmuting. My faction, which I'm not obviously not really affiliated with any factions whatsoever,
Of course not.
But Rock and Roll Soldier would be the one
The
that.
Rock and Roll Soldiers.
Mhm, mhm.
One of the things that the Survivor Complex does is they prevent. Hey everybody! Hey Marcus, what's up? The one of the things that they've determined is that music tends to make people disruptive and unharmonious. People take sides over music, so they've eliminated it entirely. The Rock and Roll Soldiers have been striving to bring back mostly music, but also art in general to the world of the Survivor Complex, because they try to keep art down, completely stamped out art. And because art's a disruptive source that gives people bad thoughts they don't need to be having. So that's fantastic. Antichrist 9. What faction is your character from?
It's anarchist. I don't want to be
Sorry,
religious.
Anarchist.
Religion is subversive.
It absolutely is. I wrote it down as kiss.
If I were to be in some of this so-called illegal factions, it might be anarchists, and I would probably have a bomb. I just happen to have a bomb here. How interesting. It's the only one that's allowed on the stream today.
Yeah, that's the only one. Absolutely. Okay. Arcang. How about your character?
I have absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the Iron Slackers in any way, shape, or form.
Yes. Yeah, the Iron Slackers. I didn't mention. So the anarchists are pretty obvious. The anarchists are trying to bring the whole thing down. They think that everyone should be autonomous, and they have been working together to bring down the rule of the Presidentron. But the Iron Slackers are just trying to skive off and do absolutely the minimum amount of work as absolutely possible, while at the same time filling up their brain with the most fun and enlightening recreational chemicals they can possibly get their hands on. It's a big part of your culture. And last but not least, Will Are Dead. What's your if your character was a member of a faction? Which one would it be?
If he was, it would be the worst, most terrifying faction, the Library Gang.
The Library
Dun,
Gang.
dun.
So the Library Gang, they are working to restore literacy. Of course, literacy is, obviously, people read and they get bad ideas, and then they get bad thoughts, and then they want to leave the complex and cause all kinds of problems. So obviously, that's been kept to a we've bred literacy out. But the Library Gang strives to bring it back. A lot of you guys can read up to 400 or even 500 words in some cases, and you're always, trying to hoard any kind of reading materials that you guys can get your hands on. So we're going to start off with a luck check. Go ahead and make me a luck check for all of your individual characters, and we'll see where we start off.
Made it by 9.
I wonder who flubs it by the most. Ooh.
Failed by 6.
Really? Okay, so far that's the one to beat.
Yep, I tied him. I got 6 over my luck as well.
Anybody else? 6 over your luck? Anyone? I'm rolling off, y'all. Okay, so all of you wake up to the sound of the same trumpet call that wakes you up every morning, the fanfare for the common man, which is piped in from this. It's a tinny sounding speaker somewhere over your tiny little individualized, almost like coffin style beds that you guys all sleep in. Quickly, a sunshine pill is each dropped into all of your dispensers. Do we
I
all take our
dutifully
sunshine pill?
dutifully consume my sunshine pill.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get very far in the day if you don't have that little jolt in the morning.
You gotta have that jolt to get you going. So all of you guys take the pill without incident, except for.
Well, I wasn't
Um,
going to take mine, so don't say me.
oh, okay. So you're gonna. Okay. So if you're gonna stash, they're the Presidentron's always watching. So if you're gonna, I need a little bit of sleight of hand
Ooh.
if you're going to go ahead and pull that off. So give me an agility check to sneak and save your pill.
I got a 19. No,
Yeah,
19.
I'll tell you what, that is so good. Can we say, like, we can go ahead and say that this is like a usual thing for you. So you're going to have a stash of sunshine pills that you've managed to accumulate over time. Dolby 1, another pill shows up in your dispenser after you take that first one.
Ooh. It seems like perfect time to take a second sunshine pill.
Man, you do. Woo! Boy, are you feeling great. Another one appears as well, though.
Another one appears for me.
Yeah, sure does.
All right, I will take that one and hold on to it for later. So I'm gonna stash that one.
All right, give me an agility check to sneak that one and stash it on person someplace.
Sounds good. No.
Okay.
Roll an 8. Needed a
All right.
16.
There's a fanfare of trumpets in your bomb dum da dum dum da dum da dum da dum dum, and the Presidentron addresses you directly. Dolby 1, I see that you haven't taken your sunshine pill this morning.
It
That's
was
not
only.
what we do here. No, sir.
I momentarily fumbled it. Allow me to retrieve it. So I do and pop it in the old.
Well done, citizen. Another one pops up in the dispenser, and once again he says, "Dolby 1, it seems you have not taken your sunshine pill this morning. You are starting to feel very jumpy indeed, my friend."
So I am going to try to avoid taking this next one. I'm going to pretend and palm it.
Give me that agility check.
All right. So I'm rolling under agility, Brendan?
Yeah. No. You're gonna roll d20 and add your agility modifier and
Roger.
pass over the DC in my head.
17 on that one.
All right, 17. Yeah, that you palmed that one. Give me a luck check.
Sounds good. Made it this time. I'm
Yeah.
rolled under my luck.
There's a noise like the dispenser keeps trying to dispense more pills, but it's out. And then like the red light goes on. That means that the maintenance staff is on their way. But right now you've had 3 and you are just feeling wiggy. So keep that in mind. You guys all get your morning orders, which appear on your little vid screen there over your coffin things. The 4 of you have been summoned. You are all troubleshooters. Okay, so you are third-class citizens, which is you've risen up in the ranks over the time of your clone existence to be third-class citizens. Most people are 5th class, and they're just like, that's the great unwashed masses. They sleep in communal places. It's miserable. They don't have a whole lot of time for doing anything. But you guys are all 3rd class. You guys have all been summoned to a meeting with home tube security.
Sounds good. I'll continue to bounce off the walls until it's time to head to the meeting.
All right, you guys make your way over there and such. The complex all consists of these sort of like round tubes with these old 70s style computer letters like that directing you guys where to go and such. At all times you're being observed at all times, and you hear as you guys are making your way through a hallway, you hear you see a guy kind of like slouching, and the Presidentron is like, you there, Marvin Neck9, go ahead and stand up straight and be proud. You're a citizen of the Survivor Complex. He clearly stands up, even though obviously it's obvious that his back hurts and such. And you also see that as you guys are wandering through, you see the security guards like snatch a few people up out of the hallway and drag them off. It's such a common occurrence, and it barely registers that a few people have been dragged off your hall. 10 minutes later, you guys all find yourselves inside a little room with the 4 of y'all plus the leader of the home tube security panel, who is Sharon 85. Sharon 85. She's been a clone for a long time, even though she looks like she's younger than all of you. And she is like, "All right, troubleshooters, we have an important mission for you today." She says, we will be conducting a security sweep because there's a new faction that seems to have arrived here. We're all getting information of a group called the Homeland Purge, the Home Tube Purge. Now, you have one chance to declare yourselves members of the Home Tube Purge right now if you are members of it. If you are Home Tube Purge members, I need you to tell us this exact instant. Otherwise, I'm afraid it's going to be renewal for everyone.
I'm not a member of any illegal faction.
Sounds
Excellent.
like a lot of work.
Well said, Annie Christ.
That sounds like way too much work. No, that's not going to happen. I am not a member of the Home Fry Purge.
The
Purge.
Home Tube Purge.
Me neither. That sounds awful. It's the last thing I'd want to do is something like that. It sounds terrible.
I want
Yeah.
home fries now.
It does, absolutely. Will, you're muted. I can't hear you.
I'm a loyal citizen, ma'am. Loyal.
Oh, well said. Well said. So we have a list here, and she breaks out like a stack of fanfold paper about like 1.5 feet deep. This is a list of possible members of this new faction, but I have narrowed it down to these 5 people. And as she flips it up, you can see like every once in a while you see one name highlit like across the edge of the fanfold. These 5 people are the most likely targets. Starting with John 61 in Renewal. He's been acting strange of late, and we find him recalcitrant and unlikely to do his duties. So perhaps your search can begin there, but it can begin wherever. All of your names were on this record as well, but I have personally seen them all struck for your loyal service and your good deeds in the past. Don't make a monkey out of me.
I don't believe in evolution, ma'am.
Well said. Absolutely. So
Science is subversive.
it is an unnecessary. There's no such thing as science. He says. So she says. So, do you have any questions?
I can't read what's on this paper.
You know what? The paper is all glyphs. You can the whole thing is done in sort of like these little media glyphs that imagine like a whole language of very easy to read emojis that allow you to figure out where you're supposed to be and everything is like. So it's just pictures on this thing, like no words whatsoever. Everything, when I describe you reading things coming up, even on your weapons and things, everything is done in glyphs, like, and sometimes they're animated and they kind of move around. And sometimes they're static, but they are all just just like picture, like just like an emoji language that is done specifically for all of y'all. She says, then stop by R&D, get your experimental tech for this afternoon's mission, and go forward. Go forward and do it. Sharon 85 out. And then suddenly the screen behind her lights up, and you see this staticky figure of a staticky figure with like a top hat on, and she's like, "Oh, it's the Presidentron," and she stands up to attention. And the Presidentron says, "Troubleshooters, we have never needed your services more than we do today. I want to see each one of you out there doing your very best for all of us. Know this, I'm keeping my eye on all of you for advancement to citizenship second class. Presidentron out." And then it fades out, and she's like, she looks over at you with new respect, like, second class citizens. Can you imagine that someday second class citizens? Wow, that's exciting. Well, good luck, friends. And hey, don't forget your old friend Sharon 85 when you make it there, okay?
Advancement is my only drive in life.
I've always been loyal.
Be a good citizen and advance.
Well said, Andy. Well said.
I think I threw my back out trying to stand up straighter when Presidentron came on. Stretch it out.
All right. You guys can go by R&D and pick up experimental equipment, or ignore the orders and her orders and go do something else. They are. I will say, once you troubleshooters are on the job, they are notoriously lax in keeping an eye on you. A lot of what you guys sort of like live on from day to day is the fact that they can't watch everybody all at the same time. Although they kind of can, but they kind of can't. So they, it's you can sort of like, when you guys are actually on a mission like this, sometimes they're watching 100% of the time, but sometimes they're only watching 10% of the time, but 50% of the time they're always there. So
Absolutely. I am eager to get my hands on some experimental tech and be a beta tester for the good of everyone.
absolutely.
I'm certainly all for finding anything experimental that could possibly provide entertainment.
Gotcha. All right. So you guys wander down to R&B and R&D rather. R&B is an entirely different wing. It's way swingier, bro. Way swingier. You guys wander down to R&D, and when you guys get there, you see that the so this is like one great big, incredibly wide space with like benches all over the place. There's like only about 4 or 5 clones, but there's like 30 iterations of each one, all here working together. There's at one point when you walk in the door, there are 2 of them are actually spraying down kind of a mannequin with flame retardant substances, trying to do it. And when you get there, one of the clones, Branch Q7, says, troubleshooters are here for your experimental equipment. I see. So I've got, luckily there's 4 of you and I've got 4 items here. Which of you would like electric cheekbones?
I think that sounds awesome.
Would you like electric cheekbones?
Okay,
Absolutely. So they send you over to one section of the place to have your electric cheekbones put in there and touch. Which one of you would like
butt cheeks, right? Electric butt cheekbones.
No, you better be thankful that we accidentally exploded this monitor over here because the Presidentron does not appreciate that joke.
Yeah, indeed. Sorry.
Although
I don't know what came over me.
I will, however, file it away from my joke database that I've been working on for 16 clone generations. Butt cheek electric subsection B.
That's not to be confused with butt chic. I mean, that's a whole style thing, which is very different.
You know what I think you need? The Hand of Glory.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Go over here to section Gamma section 2 over here, and they'll get you sorted out straight away.
Gonna make a note so I don't misstep. No more cheek later today. Got it.
Hand of Glory.
And Antichrist, you're a funny one. I think perhaps you might need something to enhance your personality. Antichrist, go over here to D section and go ahead and get yourself the Veil.
Ooh. The Veil.
And that just leaves you, Will. Will, we've got something incredibly impressive and important for you today. Will, we are going to give you full satellite access with your brand new radio teeth.
Radio teeth?
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Well,
That's like the band before Radiohead.
Right.
Just work their way up.
Gotcha. All right.
It's a solo project of one of the guys.
All right, so each one of you, it takes like anywhere between 10 minutes and an hour for them to kit you all out there and such. Dolby 1, you get a set of electric cheekbones. They look just like regular cheekbones, but each one has got a mini laser in them that can fire a laser blast at an opponent.
Are they particularly angular? So has my appearance improved as a result of them being implanted?
Give me a luck check on that one there. We'll see how good you look.
All right. Yeah, success. I rolled 5.
I think you look awesome, especially when you're pointing those things at me.
The whole
Handsome.
blue steel thing, right?
Yeah, man, very handsome. Okay, so Arcane, I guess it. Arcang 1, Arcang 1, they give you the Hand of Glory. Okay, so
Sounds so wrong.
this is a hand that has got it's a multifunction implant they put inside of your palm. But the key thing that it can do is It can be used as a loudspeaker to broadcast like over a great big distance and things. It's got a few, however, like once it's plugged into you, you have like a drop down menu in your brain that you can see, and it's got like loudspeaker, experimental 1, experimental 2, question mark, question mark, question mark. So there's a few weird functions of it. You don't know what they do and such. And you're not sure where the glorious part is. Annie, so they give you the veil. So this is a when you activate it, you get a 3D hologram thing of a different face put in front of you. That so it's like it can be if you're feeling friendly, veil face, much friendlier. If you're feeling angry, veil face, much angrier. You know what I mean? It just sort of puts a projection of this other face in front of your actual face there to help you do whatever it is that you need to do to be the best you that you can possibly be.
I put it on and give my face a lift with my face. It's not working. It's still me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I become Dolby 1. I'm like, no laser cheekbones though.
Right now you're looking like extra Annie.
I'm extra Annie. Annie extra.
Yeah, you're more Annie than you've ever been before.
So, Will, when you get over to your section, there's nobody there to attend you. Like there's like you get there and like there's like you're like nobody over there. But you do see something like there's bits and pieces scattered all around there. But there is an R&D manual here that is written in actual words and language. R&D is allowed to use manual because they have to be able to read tech.
I have no idea what I'm looking at, but I'm just going to kind of, flip through there, maybe looking for some pictures. Definitely using my treasonous literary skill to see if I can glean any content from this book.
All right, give me an intelligence check. D20. Add. Actually, this is your skill on your character sheet. So you can roll a D24 for this one. D24 and add your intelligence modifier.
Oh, there are no pictures, so I'm stuck. I got a 4.
Mm-hmm. All right. It's there's so much to unpack here and so much to glean. But there is one picture, however, that looks really good, and it says that there's like it seems that there's a substance here somewhere in this actual bay that will give you superhuman strength, and it's got a picture of what the bottle looks like. And there are 3 bottles here that look like they could be any of them. Might be the one that's pictured here in the manual.
Is anybody watching me?
Nobody's watching you right now. Well, that you can tell. You look around and you don't see anything on the cameras that are overhead or anything. Like
I'm gonna take all 3 just to make sure I get the right one. I would hate to be assigned the wrong one.
Outstanding. You're gonna take one of each?
One of each.
All right. You take one of each of those. Guys, suddenly, Will, like, you guys look over to, like, you guys are all kind of like getting back together and like, when you hear a kerfuffle going over there. Will, you now have a strength of 18, an endurance of 18, and a agility of 18, 2 big sucker hands that end in claws, and your new job is to kill everyone in R&D section. Go ahead and please give me a initiative check. Go ahead and roll initiative.
All right. Is there anybody in R&D that's not my companions?
Oh yeah, there's so many clones here. Like I said, there's about like 6 or 7 R&D clones that are only ever used for R&D, but there's like 30 instances each of them wandering around through here. A lot of them are screaming.
Okay, I got an initiative of 12.
Okay, Will R. Dead's gonna go on 12. Dolby.
I'm going on 20. I rolled an 18.
Dolby on 20. All right, Annie Christ.
I got the unfortunate 11.
Okay, and Arcane 1.
Also got 11.
11 also. Who has a high agility? Well, you're going after who has a high agility out of Annie and Arcane?
Mine's 12.
Ditto.
All right, you guys are gonna go simultaneously.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
I know, right?
We have to say everything at the same time, and hopefully judge can work it out.
You've got the hand of glory. I'll turn my face into a mirror. You can bounce whatever it is off me, and we'll hit somebody else.
That's fantastic. Dude, that's the best idea I've literally ever heard in this.
Yep.
So, Dolby 1, you were going to go first, and yeah, you see your former companion Will Ardet over there now is this giant big creature with tentacle arms at the end of these claw things and such, and he is getting ready to murder somebody.
Obviously,
I'm still your companion.
Well, can I tell if he's got his sights set on us as well, or just the clones who work in R&D?
Right now he's just kind of roaring and clawing at the air. I'll tell you what. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check, and we'll see how you do. Give me like a 12 or better.
Negative. I rolled a 9. So.
All right. Yeah, you can't tell what he's getting ready to get up to.
All right, sounds good. Well, still, this seems like a great opportunity to run a song through my head. Right, this is time to rampage and take advantage of the opportunity to smear some of these R&D clones who obviously don't know what the hell they're doing. So I'm using my new cheekbone lasers.
Electric cheekbone lasers.
So to the keytars playing in my brain, I'm going to blast one of the clones that I can hit with this laser.
Blast a clone. Okay, first of all, let's give me a luck check first to see how well it does here.
Sounds great. No, fail.
Okay, so you can go ahead and make an attack roll from this. But however, when those things go off, the lights are incredibly bright in your eyes, and you are blinded for 5 rounds after that.
Oh my goodness.
You can still fire, and I encourage it.
Yes, right. All right, I will do so. So I'm assuming I have an agility bonus. That's a 12 altogether.
Yeah, you can. These guys are 13. Okay, so yeah, you
miss.
Fire a blast past one of the R&D clones who's like, ah! And one's like, it's the electric cheekbones, and another one's like, they work! I can't believe it! They couldn't be more excited. All right. So Will, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna go up to the nearest R&D worker. I'm gonna take one of my suckers, which is just conveniently skull-sized, and I'm gonna get a good grip with a pincher on the guy's face, and I'm just gonna pop the top of his skull right off.
All right, I want to see you do it. Give me an attack check.
I got a 19.
Yeah, that's totally hit. Your suckers are gonna do 2d6 damage plus your strength mod.
Let's see, 6 plus 2 plus 3 is 11.
Yeah, 11 points of damage. Yeah, you completely just, somebody's R&B thing is working as planned as you completely peel the top of this guy's head off, and inside you see his. And you know what? You never thought about brains before as tasty, but you see his
that's
brains.
what I was going to say.
That's the first word. Tasty.
I'm slurping those things.
All right. You can, as a move action, you can just eat his brain and be done with that. So that could be your, all right. So yeah, brains are gone. You are feeling way better, whew, relaxed. And it's Annie Christ.
I'm going to use the veil,
and
I'm going to change into Will Are Dead, and I hide.
Holy crap, that's awesome. And you're going to go and confront him with himself, his former self?
Yes. I'm like, Will, you must gain control of yourself.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a D20 and add your personality modifier on top of that.
Sweet baby Jesus, I got a 1.
Yeah,
so
man.
It's a 3.
Will, you know what, Will? He's mocking you, and you won't be mocked.
I will not be mocked.
All right, we'll get to that next round and such. But that is hilariously funny. However, you can take a point of luck for just for being hilariously and awesome for Chris, because that is just too dang funny.
I knew this tech would come in handy.
I just love that. All right. So
I thought my screen was freezing. I'm like, why in the world am I on there twice? Well done. I want to give him a point of my luck.
Done. 1 second. Let me say hey everybody in the chat room.
Some quick thinking on my part here.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Screen cap, paint, cut it down, virtual background, and then just greened myself out.
Sorry, I'm saying hey to folks in the chat room. Jess, she said the feed is it. Are you seeing two very handsome copies of Will? Because that's completely by design. That was some outlaw tech just happened here. It's so. But thank you for well, hopefully, are we actually messed up? No, no,
Yep.
we're good. We're good.
No,
We're good.
that's
Yeah. But thank you, Jess. Thank you. Yeah. Oh my God, that's funny. All right. Best day ever, man. And can you believe that Bruce went on his anniversary vacation and missed this? Whoa, what a loser!
I can be
Bad
Bruce.
time.
Hold on, I'll put my hair up in a mohawk and I'll talk like Bruce.
My favorite word to get Bruce to try to say, he's probably going to watch this. My favorite word to get Bruce to try to say is buckaroo. I've only, the two times I heard him say it, it put such a joy into my heart that I'll never ever.
Cheers, buckaroo.
That word only really exists as two things in this country. One is the game from the
Yeah.
70s and 80s, and the other is Buckaroo Banzai, which absolutely no one has watched ever.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
my
Otherwise,
God,
not
that's
in the
fantastic.
vocabulary.
like
Yes.
one of my favorites.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's just not a word we use.
I know, it's so funny. He called me buckaroo one time when I was messing with a horse in England. It's a long story, but yeah. Anyway, just the way he says it, it's so British. It was so funny. I was like, oh my God, that's the best. So but we know the game. I know of the game because of Father Ted,
Yeah.
which we all watch over. You know, which my wife and I are huge fans of.
Was it not a game out there?
Buckaroo?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware. God, Americans,
Interesting.
any chance? Have you ever heard of the kids game Buckaroo, where you some kind of
You have
cowboy
like a
thing?
plastic horse and you balance things on. It's like an inverse version of Operation, basically.
No, I've never
Nope.
seen.
Wow.
Nope, never saw it. Nope.
Wow.
Will? Other Will?
Spare Will.
Spare
Real
Will.
Will.
All right, guys. So, all right. So that's awesome. So, okay. So, is Dolby? So, okay. Sorry.
I've not moved yet.
Yeah, it's your turn. What are you gonna do? Arcane.
So, I am going to find a chair, sit down. I'm going to kind of pensively look like that. This is my hand with the loudspeaker on it, kind of facing it towards a group of the other clones that are near Will, but not at Will. I'm not going to fire at Will, but I'm just going to kind of look, and I'm kind of concentrating in my head. I wonder, could I ask someone to roll a D3 for me, please?
You got it. How about a 2?
Okay, so I'm just curious about what happens if I select experimental 2.
Okay, you go down to.
I'll find out what these things do.
That's fantastic. You go down to experimental 2, and okay, remember that internal drop-down menu I told you that you saw once you had the hand all set up? It suddenly it blanks out, and you start seeing a countdown. And when you do, you hear the words of the Presidentron. It's a very brave thing that you're doing here today. Braver than any we can do. The ultimate sacrifice that can be done.
Amazing.
Well done. You are a true citizen of the home tube's end. And that's the last thing you hear. So, yeah, suddenly there is an explosion that guts this whole R&D wing and just destroys absolutely everybody. So you guys all die and are leveled out.
That's good because I didn't want my brains eaten by other Will.
I was going to peel the face off and stick it back on myself.
Okay, so sometime later, all your next rounds of clones are all activated. You wake up, you go to that very same meeting with the very same Sharon 85, and she once again explains your mission. However, at this time they're going to skip R&D and send you right onto the mission at hand. You don't know why. Usually R&D is first, but apparently they're having some technical difficulties and
clean up on R&D.
Yes.
Clean up our R&D.
But every one of you guys gets 100 experience points for being hilariously awesome and making me happy. So congratulations. You are 100 experience points to good.
I do have a tendency of killing my PCs. So
that was, that was
amazing.
Great. So,
I'm honored to have been a part of that.
Yeah, glad to have you. That second facing is the funniest thing I've seen in forever. Oh my God, that was fun. All right, God, that was funny. I'm actually having a hard time. Like, 'cause now I'm writing more stuff in my head about this adventure in my head now, and I gotta stop that tomorrow's adventure and get back to this one. It's one of my real problems as a designer. So, you guys are on the trail of the purge tube, the home tube purgers. What are you going to do first?
I suppose we could go check out this. This is Anarchist 10 now, by the way.
Anarchist 10, gotcha. Mhm.
Yeah,
you guys would all have advanced a number at this point. So
Arcane 2 just doesn't have a ring to it, though.
No.
nah.
I think we could see. We should go to renewal. I feel like I was just at renewal. I don't know. This John 61 guy, he sounds subversive. We should get rid of him.
Gotcha.
Or
All right.
Join him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Sure enough, you guys make your way down there. Thank you, Marcus. That's awesome. Marcus is putting up computer things in the chat. Mm-hmm. Ooh, yeah. That's right. You darn Skippy. All right. Yeah. You know what's funny? We will never know how many rounds you were blinded for because I love that. I love that even in that one little bit of R&D thing they could have gleaned, they have also failed today. Right. That kind of makes my day. Like, not even, which means they're doing it again tomorrow as soon as they get the place results. They're doing it tomorrow to somebody else, possibly you. All right, so you guys make your way down throughout the complex. Go ahead, everyone can give me an intelligence check on the way down there.
Ugh. A whopping 5.
Whopping 5.
I definitely checked. I don't have it. Yeah.
7.
7. No.
14.
No, 5.
14.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you all got 5s. One thing you see. 2OG Christopher says, "Is that you, Chris?" Said, "I stopped the world to melt with you." That was actually hilarious.
That's me. Yeah,
that was also hilarious. Like you see that there's extra security like all over the place, and they're snatching up twice as many of the usual suspects today, as they are in their apparently regular security beyond the troubleshooters is also looking for people who are part of this new dangerous faction. All right, so you guys, eventually you guys make your way down there to renewal. The renewal building. So if as you guys come in the door, there's a huge line of clones all standing there waiting to be in renewal. It's very obvious. Some of them clearly just turned 30 years old. Some of them, are usual people you saw getting rounded up on the streets over there. Basically, they get to the front of the line. A guy checks off, takes a picture of their face, gets a blood sample and a tongue sample, and then opens the door, sends them in, and and that person, from your glyphs, you recognize that person as being John 61, and as he's letting people in, a couple at a time, he sees you guys, troubleshooters. He sends one more clone through there, and there's just for a second, you hear kind of a scream, like just from the inside as he shuts the door. And he's like, "Sorry, I didn't mean to rush that." And he walks over. "What are you troubleshooters doing down here in renewal?"
Oh, a tongue sample, is that just like a fingerprint, like a tongue print, or do they cut part of the tongue off?
It's like a fingerprint, but it tastes way worse.
Okay.
Yeah, getting the ink out of your mouth is terrible.
Yeah. Although, in this particular instance, at least it doesn't last very long.
You're like,
So, what are you troubleshooters doing down here in renewal?
Someone said there's a new faction in town.
A new faction?
Yeah.
We can't
Called
have that.
the home style potato gang or
I don't know anything about potatoes. I've never been outside. I'm not a member of the Sierra Club.
How do you know potatoes grow outside?
Aha!
He goes for his laser. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Laser.
All right, give me
Will kills us again. This is gonna be the Will kills us show.
He's willing everybody dead, as it turns out. Go ahead and you got to beat my 16.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. 13.
I created natural 20, Brenton.
Natural 20 for Dolby too.
What?
Yeah.
Stop using the judge dice.
Andy Chris 10, what'd you get?
I got a 4.
4 for Andy Chris 10.
I feel like this might be one of those Antichrist bodies that explodes with a bomb.
Gotcha.
I got a natural 1.
Oof. Wow.
So I'm assuming I pull the trigger before I completely clear the holster.
It's tucked in your belt.
Okay, and then Arc to Wayne. Oh, that's good.
I like that.
Nice.
Really good.
Yeah, I got 13.
You say 13?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool. So Dolby 2, you can go first. He is going for his laser.
Okay. Can you explain to me, Brendan, what a vibroletto is?
A vibroletto, that is an illegal piece of equipment that you are not supposed to own, citizen. That's treason to have that thing. But it's like a vibro blade, which is like a kind of like, usually usually vibro blades are these whole big like sword things, the giant big one. But this one is an itty bitty one, pocket size.
Nice.
Just there for a jab. So you've got it hidden somewhere on your jumpsuit. By the way, a really interesting part of, you want to talk about rabbit holes? When I had to look up what the One Piece outfit that was called in such, they're not called onesies, it's a jumpsuit, but that led me down to the whole thing.
They're not rompers? I thought we were in rompers.
Rompers are a whole different thing, and you guys should all watch. There's a hilarious, look up College Humor, Should You Buy This Romper, which is a thing I came across in my search yesterday. Holy God, that was funny.
That's funny. All right. Well, that sounds like a perfect opportunity to use a vibroletto right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to take a quick stab toward his neck.
All right. Give him a shot. Give him a shot with a vibroletto. He pulls out. Dolby 2 pulls out a very suspicious-looking piece of technology, and is getting ready to stab the traitor John 61 with it.
Oh, I roll an 8. I'm going to assume it looks like a vibroletto gives me a +2 for a total of 10.
Okay. That's a total of a 10. Yeah, you were looking for a 13, and so that is going to miss. Luck. I should mention this quick. You can totally spend luck on anything just like regular DCC. However, it is still going to be lowered when your next clone shows up. So just keep that in mind. While stat damage and other things will go away, your luck is spread out amongst your clone duplicates.
Okay. No, I'm not going to burn any luck now. I'm going to make sure that I pocket my vibroletto so no one else can see it.
Gotcha.
Take the miss.
All right. Yeah, you take the miss. So the John 61 pulls out his third class laser and is going to take a shot at you with it. Wow. He is actually going to get a total of an 18. So Dolby 2, you are taken. You take 7 points of damage from as his laser blasts you in the chest. And then for his move action, he runs over to the wall and he opens the door up and like presses a button, and it opens all of the doors that lead to the renewal chamber. And inside there, you see apparently it looks like it opens up on several individual chambers, each one that is filled with a collection of rotating knives, prods, like an actual ball with spikes on it, like on an arm. It's like, it's ridiculous, but there you go. That's apparently that's the most efficient way to do it. I mean, Presidentron can't be wrong. Can he?
No.
Absolutely
never.
not.
Infallible.
However, it's causing a panic. Everybody who is standing there waiting to be renewed sees all of this, and they scream and are getting ready to start running in all directions. And so these guys are now like running. So now there are people in the way of all of this stuff. So any laser shots you take, you have a 50% miss chance right now as the riot is swinging by you, and all of these other clones are running past. So Arc to win, it is your Jess. So it is Annie, Chris, 10. Your turn, bro.
I was going to open the door, but he did it for me. So now I want to shove him in it.
All right, give me a strength versus strength check to shove him inside of there.
It was a natural 20, but I have a -1, so 19.
You know what? I thought I had you because I got a 17, but no. You go ahead and shove him there into the renewal chamber. Renewal chamber is like a 10-foot by 10-foot booth with every kind of medieval heinous weapon there, and then hoses and a big drain on the bottom, and something that actually picks up and recycles the outfits and puts them back up. So there's all these things are going on inside this thing and such. You get him there to the door, and he is like, no. He's like, you can't do this. He says, I'm friends with the high programmers. They'll hear about this.
Not from
That's
you.
a
You're
term.
gonna be new. High programmers.
That's the last thing you guys hear from him before he get you've got him back at the door now, and he's holding on. So next round, you got to give me one more. Unless something else happens, you got to give me one more round of shoving to get him in there. Everybody else is running and screaming throughout all of this, and you hear the Presidentron come over the loudspeaker. There is no riot taking place in the renewal section today. All reports of a riot in the renewal section are false. So it is time for Will. It is your turn. Your buddy has dude nearly shoved into the door there. What are you going to do?
All right, so Annie is in between me and John and is blocking my shot.
He sure is.
All right, I'm going to shoot John.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't say I'm blocking it.
We'll see.
I got a. It's only a 9, so I missed. I'm assuming I hit something though.
Mm-hmm. You got a 9. Yeah, go ahead and give me one more attack check there.
Okay. Oh, that is a 16.
Yeah, roll me damage. Hey, Annie Chris 10. Guess what? You feel the searing pain of a laser blast
4.
for 4 points of damage as your back is savaged by
Sorry about that.
being shot in the back by this thing.
What I get for using your face. Oh wait, I don't remember that.
We're at the top of the order. Dolby 2, you can go. These guys are John 61 is trying not to be shoved inside this booth. Ah! While everybody else is over there doing it.
Doing something else. Sounds good. Well, I can use my legal weapon, and which is the 3rd class laser, and take a shot at John. We're going to do him in.
All right, go ahead and do it.
Sounds good. Roll a 1.
Okie dokie. So first of all, a lot of things are happening here at one time. First, give me that fumble check. Second, give me that attack roll on Andy Christ. And third, just take a luck point because that's just too much fun. So go ahead and.
So we blow up another department.
I mean, we fixed it.
That was my next move, was to give him my. He has a bomb on him, and shove him. That's what I mean.
Oh, you should do
shove
that.
him into the renewal booth.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the door, close the door.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
1d6.
Yep.
4.
You got a 4. All right. So your weapon is damaged. So that laser is broken. But also give me an attack roll to see if you too shoot Andy Chris 10 in the back.
20.
Oh gosh.
Best day ever. Roll me 2d6 damage, or your laser damage, I believe is 2d6, plus roll me that crit check for your guy there. And
All right. This on the sheet it says D8 for the laser, so maybe it's something special. I don't know.
oh, D8. Sorry,
Yep.
there are different laser things going on. So
Okay,
go ahead.
cool.
And, yeah, the laser.
1, 8, and 1, 6. Sounds like 14.
14 points. So you got a 14 on your crit check?
No, I thought you was doing a double damage on the laser.
No. Just what roll damage, and any
Yep.
crit damage. But then we're also going to roll for a crit on the. You have check your character sheets at a crit die and table, and I frankly don't recall what I gave them.
No, it's okay. So the damage for the
That's
laser.
how I go.
Damage for the laser is an 8. The crit die is a D8 on table 2.
All right, give me a roll.
5.
Yep. Blow pierces kidneys. Inflict plus 3 dice 3 damage to the strike, and the foe is stunned for 1 round.
Bomb dropper.
Yeah,
Just dropped a bomb.
absolutely. Mhm.
Mentally in my head.
So with that
How
3 die 4 damage, are you still alive?
how much was it total?
You took 8 plus plus 3 die 4. How much?
I
There'll
could
be 2.
survive.
Did you roll Matt, go ahead and roll 3 die 4. That's the extra damage you'll take from that.
Yep, you got it. 3, 7, and 2. 9 points.
So that's a total
Oh.
of 17 points from that attack.
I
Oh
look
my
terrible.
God.
Vegas odds on me hitting Annie Kissed 18 today just went up. I have 2 hit points left after
You
all.
do? All right. Yeah, but you still, but that 2 hit points is alive though. All right. It is his turn. Since you are stunned, I am going to say that he is going to be able to. You know what? You can still you're still holding him in there, but just go ahead and give me a strength check with a D16 versus mine, and I'm gonna get a 6.
Do it.
1. Oh wait, I have a -1. 0.
0, even better. So you get shot, and he actually walks over you, and you get toppled and have a footprint there in your chest as he runs out of there. And he says he yells, "The high programmers are going to hear about this!" And then he joins the mob. Okay, so he sort of runs into it. Now people are screaming and sort of heading in all directions and such. So at this point, he is trying to lose himself in the crowd. So anyone trying to spot him for an attack needs to make me first an intelligence check, DC 13, to actually spot him. Or you can just fire randomly and then make the check. And we'll just see. You know what I'm saying?
Brendan, are you doing manifestations on the mutant powers?
Mm.
I assume so.
Sure.
All right.
Maybe. I might modify them a bit for my particular scenario here. Okay, so but speaking of which, it is now okay, Antichrist, you are now stunned for a round. You're going to set out this one, and is now no, Arc 2. Arc 2 is up. Arc 2 Wayne.
Is does it look like that everyone's going towards a specific door? What's the room like?
Okay, so this is this room is like a 60-foot wall with a hemisphere, like a perfect hemisphere there, with doors that leading in, 4 doors that lead in from 4 different sections of the place. So people are running around trying to get in there. A few people are trying to grab stuff before they leave, picking up things. It's anarchy. There's a fight going on. You know what I mean? There's a lot of scrambling going on here and such. And then on the flat wall in front of you, there are 4 different doors. That all lead to various. He hit the button that opened them all at once, and you can see everyone seems to have the same kind of thing. It's a room with all of these mechanical arms. They have chainsaws, they have maces, they have straight up daggers and salad forks, and that kind of thing. And then, but there's also 2 arms that come down and are picking up and gently shaking out the uniforms and putting them back in the pile. So
right. How far away am I from where he was, where that button was?
From where that button was, you can get there in 1 move action. Hit that button.
That's what I want to do.
All right, you're gonna run over there and hit that button, and you hear dun, 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 dun. There was no riot in the renewal section today. People are used to responding. So now those doors aren't open. You can actually give me a personality check. It's unrealistic that it would be your personality, but we're gonna go with it. So give me a roll there.
I got a 14.
Yeah, some people are starting to relax, and a few of them even got back into the queue. And that's what it's like living in the Survivor complex.
That's how it should be, restoring order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll be keeping my eyes open, trying to spot that guy again.
All right. On your next round, you can go ahead and do that. So that leads us to Andy Chris 10. You are going to lose this round. And then Will are dead too. Your turn, bro.
All right. Can I see John?
Give me an intelligence check. 13 or better to spot him in the crowd.
14 or better to spot him. I got a 12.
You got him. Totally.
Oh, I do got him. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Then
Big
I'm
time.
going to use my my illegal mutation power.
All right. Which illegal mutant power do you have?
Allegedly, I have telepathy.
Alleged telepathy. Been there. All right. Yeah, manifestation. I hadn't even thought about it, but roll me a die 5 just because it's fun.
I think that was the reason on my
Got a
first
1.
divorce paper.
The irises of the mutant's eyes vanish.
Cool.
That seems hideable. Yep. All right, I'm gonna try to hit John with some telepathy here,
Gotcha.
and I'm gonna put some luck into it.
All righty, roll. Make your roll. And are you gonna burn luck before or after?
I'm gonna burn it. What's the difference?
You only get to do it one time, and you might roll a 20, or you might roll a 1, and
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna do it after. So I got an
There.
18. No, I'm just gonna stand with the 18. I don't need to do luck.
You're able to read the surface thoughts of one target sentient and carry on a limited telepathic conversation with no more than 2 sentences each.
Yeah, no, it's the 2 sentences that I want, and it's gonna. What's this guy's full name? John.
It is John
61.
61.
John 61. This is
God.
not the president. What is it?
He's the Presidentron.
Presidentron. John 61. This is the Presidentron. It is time to be recycled. Please proceed to the nearest recycle door.
All right. Remember that 12 you got in your intelligence check? The voice that comes back in your head is, Mr. President, Tron, sir, my name is Lisa 88. Do I still need to go on the line and get renewed?
Yes.
All right. Sorry, I'm a traitor.
Well, all these guys came out of the recycling vats anyway, right? The recycle rooms?
Yeah,
Okay.
they were all on their way to renewal. They all look like most of them are first class citizens, or rather are third or fifth class citizens. There's a few second thirds, but they're all the lower caste of the survivor complex.
Yeah, they needed to be there anyway.
Gotcha.
Grab John 61 if you see him and take him with you.
All right. Give me a luck check, Will.
I failed.
All right.
And then I'm closing my eyes so that no one can see my mutated iris.
And then you close your eyes. Gotcha. All right.
Now that my eyes are closed, now I pull out the laser blaster.
Gotcha. All right. So we're top of the order. It is Dolby 2.
All right. So can I see John from where I am now?
Give me an intelligence check.
Cool.
13 or better.
Just made it. 13.
Yeah, there he is. The sneaky jerk was actually going back, like he kind of doubled back, was making his way back towards one of the doors, purpose unknown. What are you going to do?
Well, I have my laser in my hand. I think it's a great time to fire at his ass.
Give me a shot.
All right. It's a 20. I rolled an 18.
Nice.
20 altogether.
Big old hit. Give me roll me some damage.
Mm-hmm. So this laser is 1d8. I rolled a 7.
7 points. He crumples and
Nice.
lands there and such. Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's actually like standing by a door that. So remember, there are 4 doors in that wall that all lead to those chambers. When he gets over there, he's got his hand by a door that's not on it's not on the flat wall. It's on the curved wall there. It's actually like a wall-colored door, where doors are usually door-colored. This is harder to see than the other ones and such. You wouldn't have noticed it if he hadn't been standing over there by her.
Yeah, interesting. Well, I will put my my keytar-shaped laser back over my shoulder and head over in that direction.
Won't you take me to Funky Town?
You got it. Mm-hmm.
All right. So people, anarchy starts like getting redone, and while you guys all gather up at his body at the same time, John 62 shows up. It's like, all right, I need 4 orderly lines. Everyone queued up, and starts once again funneling, going over, checking IDs, getting tongue prints, and then funneling people into one door at a time as they are doing that. So what are you guys gonna do?
I would like to patch myself up with a medikit, starting with my kidney that someone put a hole in.
I know, right? That's rough right there. So medikits, 11 or better with an intelligence check, or you can spend a point of luck. If it fails, you can spend a point of luck, and it's going to heal you 1d8.
Oh, I got a 10.
10.
So I have to
You can spend a point of luck on that.
burn a luck on that.
Burn a
Yeah.
luck point. Yeah, gotcha.
And it
All right,
heals up how much?
1d8.
1d8. We have to do this like 7 times. 2. All right, I doubled my hit points.
Half of one kidney is feeling way better.
You're like, oh,
Way better.
just lying on the ground.
Well, Presidentron in his infinite wisdom gave you a clone of your kidney, so you got 2 of them.
Just go to the vat and rip them out of Annie Kiss 12. Won't need that one for a while.
At least 20 minutes.
Surprised 10 lasted this long.
That's awesome. All right.
Dolby's feeling pretty guilty for what he did. I mean, granted, it was in the service of the Presidentron, but regardless, he'll be glad to donate a medikit to.
You're gonna go over and try to heal him. All right. Go
Yeah,
ahead and
totally.
so you can give me an intelligence check,
Sure.
and if it fails, you can spend a luck point. Either way.
Okay, sounds good. Intelligence is 15 on that one. So
Nice.
that-
Yep.
probably good.
We got to die 8 hit points back from that.
nice. All right, 6 points.
Oh,
Nice.
double digits,
It
everybody.
would have been much more efficient to
Pops
just
up.
get
He's
him
like,
off.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
But if we'd just finished him off, then he would have been,
Yeah, I'd have been
regenerated.
totally
We'd have been
renewed.
2 medikits up. I mean, this is
Yeah,
You
you
just
make a fine
chuck
point.
me. I'm right next to the renewal door. It's probably like hitting me in the head. Dong. Slide him in there.
That's hilarious.
Proper resource management.
yeah.
Next time. I sit up and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't
No,
have done
it's-
that
it's,
to you. I'd
we've
have
got a
just
faulty
tossed you. I
anarchist.
mean, you should have just finished me off. Now
All
I'm
right,
gonna shoot you all in the back.
But I'll tell you what, though. So anyway, the order is restored, and people start going around their business with the new clone, John 62, still working the lines. What do you guys do?
I punch him in the stomach.
Oh, give me an attack roll.
Wait, who are you punching?
John
John
62.
It's a 9.
Yeah, he is like, "Oh, what are you doing? You can't attack me, class 3 troubleshooter. What's wrong with you?"
It was in the line of duty.
Hmm.
We're just making sure that you're not a traitor like John 61 was.
Oh yeah, that guy was a bastard. But no. I mean, I'm a loyal citizen and a supporter of the Presidentron.
Excellent. You have no affiliation with the home fries, whatever they're called.
Home style.
Home
The
tube purge.
home
purge.
two purgers?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I don't even like potatoes.
What?
What are potatoes?
Nothing.
Shove him in the room.
Yeah.
All right. We'll just say he just gets shoved in there. Ah! They bring out John 63 shows up a little bit later, to
I feel
wrap up
better.
the job.
Yeah. Eye for an eye.
Get me
All right.
shot in the
Potato for
back
a
twice by
potato.
my friends. I'll show you.
Well, Dolby's definitely going to check out that door, that seemingly hidden door on the curved wall.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good shout.
Absolutely. All right, you make your way over to that. Yeah, sure enough, you almost didn't even notice this door over there. It's just a seam around this, and like all doors are door colored. It's they're the color of doors. They're kind of this nice, pale, happy green color, But this door is beige, just like the walls. You would have missed it if you hadn't known what you were looking for. But this is definitely what he was running for.
So has he opened it successfully, or do I just?
He has
notice it
not
closed?
yet opened up this door.
Okay. Well, I'll investigate, see if I can figure out how to open it. See if it's some kind of a secret mechanism.
Yeah. Actually, as you investigate it, you kind of touch it. It's sort of like sort of like flops open. It looks like this is not a door so much as it's like a part of the wall. Like these walls are a metal substance. Think of it like sort of like something between tin and aluminum, which has been painted over, and it's like they've sort of like gouged a hole in it. And sort of like it's a flap more than a door. You can kind of just sort of shove through it. And when you look, you are looking at some kind of maintenance corridor. It is not keyed. This is an unkeyed corridor, which means it's like, usually you've got keys in corridors that tell you, is this keyed for first class, second class, third class? This is an unkeyed corridor.
No kidding. All right. Well, I'm going to make sure the rest of the party notices this and probably try to kind of on the down low get all four of us inside before anyone else sees it.
Okay, you guys go inside and are now in the unkeyed corridor. I need just a second. Matt, hey, why don't you tell them about something awesome? Hey, Bride of Cyclops Con's coming up.
Nice. Indeed it is. Yep. Yep. Here I am covering for Brendan as he sneaks away for a bio break. But I think in a couple of weeks, around the 16th of October, is Bride of Cyclops Con. That is the sequel, of course, to Cyclops Con that happened a while ago. And I think you can sign up for events right now. And it is awesome. And I am going to play as much as I possibly can over the course of the weekend.
Definitely sign up for my events because they're about half full right now, and
nice.
It would be great to get at least one more in each one.
Very cool.
I am running. Hold on. Frantically types in Bride of Cyclops Con.
Yeah, trying to remember what you signed up for.
I was like, what did I? Well, I have 6 next weekend for another con. Oh yeah, Ziggurat of the Mega Maiden.
Nice.
On Friday, and the Village of Death on Saturday at
Sweet.
Bride of Cyclops.
And let me throw it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just interested to hear a little bit more about the Mega Maiden. You guys were talking about that earlier, and I don't know anything about it.
So for like a week, I listened to Megadeth and Iron Maiden, and then I had this heavy metal dream. And it's basically a speed run. It's 2 minutes to midnight. You start at the bottom of the ziggurat. You have to save the world by getting to the top, defeating the cult of the Mega Maiden, and keeping the Wrathchild from entering the world. It's basically set for 20 rounds. The fastest run so far has been like 1 hour 43 minutes, and the longest is like 3 hours 12 minutes. It's one of our quick crawl adventures, which are made for 2 hours.
That's awesome. I'm going to check that out.
I gotta put in here that I played through it, and boy, is that a great adventure! So exciting, super fun. If you're looking for a real high impact kind of a crawl to do this Bride of Cyclops Con, I recommend that adventure highly. Will, what are you going to run for the?
I'm going to run Web of All Torment,
the
new module written by Brendan LaSalle. What?
Yes, it's my first ever DCC horror adventure.
It is, it is Lord of the Rings meets Hellraiser.
Nice.
It's dark.
I'll take it. Hell yeah, I'll take it.
I'm getting some Brendan FaceTime at Bride too because I got into X Crawl on.
Yeah. You're at the Bay City Firestorm.
Yes, that's the one.
That's right, Marcus.
Awesome.
Yeah, we just finished the first playtest of it. I just did, and boy, it was fun. It's 5th level, and I kept having. I thought, this is gonna be too hard, but man, 5th level players are raw. These guys are tough, and of course, it's all the new X Crawl Classics characters, so it's a good time. So yeah, man, it is gonna be a good time. Jess, I will run it for you and Brad and whoever else. We'll find a weekend, and I'll just run it for you guys and such. But it's one of the ladies hold on to your boyfriend's adventures. It's going to be, that's from Bugs Bunny. I've always wanted to say, ladies, hold on to your boyfriends. All right. So you guys head back into this service corridor. You guys start like making your way down there and such. I mean, you guys go about 40 feet until you get to a place where there is on the wall next to you, there is a weird, like the walls here are none of these walls are painted. They've got very minimal kind of lights. There are no signs telling you where to go. And you frankly feel a little bit lost and you can't hear Usually you can at least hear the president's theme song echoing from someplace. You can hear his trumpet fanfare playing from somewhere, but you can't even hear it like echoing up and down the hallways as you usually do. It's the most silence you've ever been in outside of your individual sleeping chambers, where you are frequently woken up with trumpets. So even that, it's this weird, spooky feeling. On your right, as you are making it your way down this hallway, you can see that there is some kind of a slot there built into the wall. The wall, it's a small thing, so this is like it's like a little sliding door with like a track above and below it there and such. It's about maybe 5 feet off the ground, 5.5 feet up off the ground, and it's you've never seen anything like it before.
So it's something we'd have to climb up into to get
No,
access
no,
to.
it was yeah, it would be, but it's not the kind of thing you could if it does indeed open, which it looks like
Yeah.
it opens, but if it does indeed open, it would be too small for you to put anything other than maybe a couple of fingers through.
Oh, okay, cool.
So quiet in here. I kind of want to take a nap.
It's, yeah, it's calling for you. Although you did have your sunshine pills this morning, so you are feeling pretty good.
I wish I'd gotten those radio teeth after all, because could have had some tunes.
Well, now that we're in this this area that's not being observed, at least from what we can tell, it probably is a good time to pull out my harmonica, because if you're interested in hearing a tune, I'll be glad to play one. I assume that music is of course treason, but
Yeah.
we're all close. We're all connected right now, and I know that it's safe to be myself in front of you.
Sure.
So I'm gonna just put on a little mascara and get out the harmonica and really let loose.
Guys, you can go ahead and give me a personality check for that, and roll your. This is your. Just roll a d20, add your personality modifier. Guys, the newly revealed traitor Dolby 2 takes out some kind of thing out of his pocket and makes sound. How'd you do?
9.
It's it's
Not great.
it takes you a minute, and then you realize, oh my gosh, he is producing what what you've heard is called music. Oh, look at you with a set up with a harmonica. Look at you, man.
Kind of sounds like that.
Doesn't sound that good with a 9.
Well, music is terrible, and I don't like it.
What are you gonna do about it?
Sounds like
Don't
an
do that
alarm
anymore.
or something.
Stick to that laser thing, but not aim. Don't aim it at me.
I don't know what that thing is, but you need to put it away.
Well, that only whips me into more of a frenzy. As you remember, I had quite a few sunrise pills this morning. In fact, it's probably time to swallow another one. So I'm going to pull out the keytar and accompany my own harmonica and really getting this song wound
I'll give
up.
you one more chance. Give me a
What-
personality check. Ed,
What is
lay
even
it on.
happening here?
I do not.
I don't know. It's like
In
some
Our
terms
kind
friend has been mind controlled. He's been
Yeah.
taken over by something.
We should probably shove him in one of those renewal rooms.
Four?
Four.
Yeah, man.
It has
We
some
should
kind of
definitely
siren
shove him in one of those
generator.
renewal
He's
rooms.
added more sound to it, and it's even worse somehow. It's horrific. You do not get the practice time that you
No,
need.
That's the
frankly.
thing. That's the thing. Yep.
But
Yeah,
now
this is-
you have this fine maintenance corridor that you can hang out in by yourself and practice.
the echo in here is amazing.
It is very echoey.
We said it's made out of tin, so I'm sure the echo is very tinny,
Yes.
Mm.
very sharp and painful.
I would like to make a grab for the harmonica.
All right.
I want to see if I can throw it in that little hole in the wall.
Ooh, you guys make me opposed strength checks.
Nice. I
21.
rolled a 1.
You got a one?
Natural
Time
19.
to put your
I got
dice in
21.
timeout.
Yeah. Arc Twain, you have pulled this thing away from Dolby 2, and you're going to open up that slot and throw it through?
Right.
All right, so you open up that slot. Well, first of all, when you open it up, you realize that you can't actually. It sort of opens onto a window, but there's some kind of opaque screen between you and that other space. So you can't. You could smash it through there, but you can't just casually toss it through.
That's what
Which
I'm
you
doing,
can.
man.
You're smashing through.
I'm doing it. I'm just going grab, smack it, thinking that it's a hole. I'm not thinking twice.
Gotcha.
I'm just going to
All right.
do as hard as I
So
can.
it shatters. Whatever that barrier is, just completely shatters and such. On the other side of this thing, you are now looking into some kind of a private cafeteria, and where you can see that there are a bunch of you know, you don't see a lot of very fleshy people amongst your, you know what I'm saying? You guys are fed exactly enough calories every day to keep you alive, which is what the
Yeah.
Presidentron wants. You see a bunch of very fleshy people in there with some very interesting looking food. And there is actual music coming from this side of the room over there. And it's kind of a pleasant, kind of a whatever melody and such. They all look up at the wall, which has now been like completely shattered, and like you see one of them steps up and like looks through that thing and he's like, "Who the hell are you? What are you doing back there behind the wall? Treason! President Tron!" And you hear,
can I slam the harmonica into his eye?
"Yes, give me an attack roll. Roll initiative. We're doing this."
Is this cafeteria room keyed?
You know what? It is not, and there's also something else you see in there. There is a piece of what can only be described as artwork. The one wall, as you look in there, the one whole wall has got a picture of the outdoors, sunset, mountain, trees. You're not sure what it means. You just know you hate it.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
This is like treason at the highest level. Let the purge begin.
Why would anyone spend all that time doing that?
I am so aghast at this image of the outdoors that I rolled a 4.
All right, hold on. All right, so Annie, Chris, 10 gets a 4. Okay, Dolby 2.
14 altogether.
All right, Arc to Wayne.
11.
And who am I missing? I was in Will Are Dead.
Will Are Dead. It got a 10.
Will Are Dead on 10. Okay, the 4 people on the inside here actually get a 20. So, so the one, like, he is immediately the first one, like someone gets up from the table and shoves the rest of them out of the way. He's like, "Oh, you there, back there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Listen, this is a very important, special, secret experiment being done by the Presidentron. And you don't need to, your interference of it never needs to be told. We don't ever have to let anybody know about your terrible mistake in seeing and the effect of giving people too much food and art and music." And the one guy's like, "And beer." It's like, "Larry." Yes, and even beer. So we can end this right now if you guys are willing to walk away and forget you ever saw any of this.
I'll take a 6-pack of beer.
All right. One moment. How did you guys get back there? Where are you? He says, "How are you watching us?" And the other guy's like, he's like, "Can you just tell me where, before I pass this beer through?" And like, they literally have like a ringed 6-pack over there. And each one says treason. Light.
Light.
He's like, "Can you please tell me where you are and while you're back there?" And the one guy comes over there and looks and he's like, "It's Margaret. Margaret's spying on us." And they're all they kind of howl for a minute. They're all like, there seem to be this one high programmer, or rather, they keep talking about this Margaret person and saying,
So are we all still looking through the small hole that?
You're all looking through a thing like about this big. You're all kind of like standing there looking
like
at them,
pushing each
they're
other
looking
out
at
of the
you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys can still act. They're trying to not get in a fight, but you guys, if you want to, could start blasting lasers through or doing whatever.
I'm thinking if they're carrying out an experiment, then they probably need to have some further control tests, right?
The one guy's like,
help with control for their experiments. They let us in there.
"Yeah, you know what you guys need? I know what you need." He's like, "Beer. Here is give him." And like one of them comes up with like they've got like a box full of airplane bottles, okay, and airplane bottles, all of them all say treason XXX on them. And they're sliding these airplane bottles through. Why don't you take these and you'll be a part of the control group? Now, here's your part of the experiment. Don't let anyone know you have these. Don't let the Presidentron ever find out what's going on here because he knows, but he doesn't want to know. He wants you to not let him know. It's the Presidentron, his ways, right?
Plausible deniability, I understand.
Something along those lines. I'm certain if that's what it is. But also, I need this. How did you guys get back there?
Back up. Back up. Back up.
How? I mean, we can show you how to get back here if you let us in there. How do we get to you?
Yeah, we'll swap places.
Yeah.
Okay, a deal then.
Road.
Then we'll meet then at Crossroad 18. Crossroad 18 is a notorious place where all of the cameras are all out, and very often, if you were gonna like in all of your secret society things, that's a place that you guys have met before in order to it's basically it's really called Juncture 18. But like it's a well-known rendezvous spot because chronically it's under the showers and the cameras there are always getting shorted out by water dripping down.
The only traders would know that, though.
Yeah.
Or the people who.
What is this Crossroads 18?
Juncture. Meet me at Juncture 18 in about 10 minutes.
That's where the devil does his work, at the Crossroads.
I don't know anything about the devil.
Religion is subversive.
Tell us all about how to get there from where you are.
He's like, well, I don't know where you are. I don't know how to give you directions. But if you go back to the central corridor, the one guy's like, look, just the one guy. Y'all know where the big chicken is, and there's a weird rust stain in the one part of the place that looks kind of chickenish, and they call it the big chicken, and it's a very big crossroads, so everyone gives directions by there. You go up there, you turn east, you head 3 blocks, and there you go, and that's where Juncture 18 is. Can you find us there?
Which direction will you be coming from so we know that you're you?
We'll be coming from the south.
They're corpulent. I will miss them.
Oh, we're not going to go. We're going to send our man.
Oh, your man.
Yeah, we part of the experiment is we don't get to leave here very often. We have to only be let out with special equipment and monitors and handling. It's very technical. I don't want to bore you with the technical aspect of it.
So you're going to send your man. We'll send our men as well.
All right. Yes, that's fine. All right. So and like they're like you completely wrecked this wall, and they're like putting stuff up back in front of this thing to like block it up. And now like they don't have the whatever was making it opaque before is near, so they're just basically putting up scraps in front of it to block it off from sight. What do y'all do? It does sound like a commie invention, doesn't it? Yeah.
This place looks like a wonderland to Dolby. There's nowhere else he'd rather be. So anxious to head to Junction 18 as soon as we can.
Well, I'm thinking of actually heading to Junction 18, going south. So we got a head start on them, and then they're gonna whoever their man is probably gonna walk straight past us, and then they're gonna go straight back again, looking pretty concerned that we weren't there.
Yes. I like this plan.
Okay, so you want to then try to follow him? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
Even better yet, I might allegedly be able to hide us with an illusion.
All right.
Is there going to be an illusion of a great big chicken?
Yes, an actual chicken. A hot dog suit.
In a hot dog suit.
Okay, awesome. All right, so you guys go up to Juncture 18, aka Crossroads 18, and you guys get there and wait. And yeah, sure enough, you see this. People are just sort of like walking around, minding their own business, doing things and such. But yeah, you see this clone is wandering through and clearly looking for you. So what are y'all gonna do? He's looking for somebody, probably you. You're muted, Chris.
I want to use illusion generation.
All right, go ahead and Okay, illusion generation. So first of all, since we've decided we're using manifestations because it's fun,
Yep.
go ahead and give me a D4 roll.
That is a 3. My forehead appears to ripple in concentric circles.
Hell, that is so nasty. Blup, blup, blup. All right, and then go ahead and give me your check.
The check is 19. A complex illusion that moves with both visual and auditory elements.
Perfect.
So basically, I wrap us in a group of people that aren't us.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, folks that are just sort of like, headed in all. So Guru Phil says, "I want fried chicken now." LOL.
Definitely.
Smash cut to that wall where the big chicken is. It's just a blob on there. When people call it that, you don't really know what chickens look like, but it's just for some reason it's what that blob on the wall has been referred to since you were clones.
It's actually a chicken nugget.
It's the boot-shaped one. That's where it comes from. But it is
Made
big
from
though. It's
real
awful.
chicken.
It is awful big though. So, all right. Okay. So he looks around and doesn't see you. Then you guys are going to follow him back.
Yes.
All right. So he goes he takes a real convoluted route. He goes down to the end of one of the things. There's a maintenance corridor there. He actually has a passcode and a pass card key, and he runs it through a reader, and that opens the door up and such. But he's going to let it fall behind him unless y'all do something. He is going to let that door shut behind him, and then you will not be able to access
Did you
his.
say how did he open the door? Sorry.
He takes a card key somewhere on his person. He runs it through this bit, and this maintenance door opens up, and he heads into it. Door is now shutting.
Okay.
Does he look? I mean, is he armed?
Is he armed? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks to be like yourself, a Class 3 citizen with indeed a Class 3 laser on person.
All right. So as soon as he swipes that card and the door opens and he steps through and he's going to wait for it to shut, I'm just going to charge him and just kind of not even really tackle him, just sort of body check him through the doorway.
Gotcha.
Hopefully giving everybody else enough time to get through as well.
Gotcha. All right. Are you gonna? So go ahead. You can go ahead and give me a attack roll and add +4 because he's completely oblivious to your presence. Get him. 1, 2, 3. That's your plan, right? Yeah. That's a good plan.
T4. 24.
24. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You hit him and knock him inside, and all y'all are able to pile into this maintenance corridor. So this is an actual maintenance corridor. It's a Class 4. This one is actually a designated spot. And he turns around, but still can't see you because of that illusion. He's like,
just looks like a crowd of people, and they're all emoting like I am.
Yeah. He gets up and he's going to run for it. He's going to run away down the corridor.
The crowd tackles him.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and you guys can give me a collective strength versus strength. So all y'all roll me a strength check versus my strength check. He is going to get a 2. Y'all beat him. He just gets a 2. You know he can't hang a good 4. You guys all take him down and crunch him down.
Nice. Who do you work for?
He's like, he looks at you and he's like, I work for Special Control Group A.
Oh, wow. They weren't lying.
Take us there.
And of course, Presidentron, of course.
Take us to Special Control Group A.
I'm not supposed to take anyone back there.
I'll put my
Presidentron's
blaster
orders.
right against his forehead, right in between his eyes.
Okay, troubleshooters. Okay. Obviously, this is official troubleshooting business, and by helping you, I'm serving the Presidentron and doing my duty as a citizen of the tubes, the Survivor Complex. All right. Okay. So he takes you through a maze of maintenance corridors. Every once in a while, you see a robot back here, doing work, going up and down a hallway and such. You don't see robots very often. You guys do because you're troubleshooters, but average citizens, while you know about robots, you only rarely ever see them. There's quite a few back here. You guys go past a couple places. There's one place where Dolby 2, you hear like actual music coming from a place, and for a moment it's like, oh, until finally they sort of like double all the way back around, and the door opens up, and you can see the inside of that room that you guys were in before. Okay, and sure enough, there are all of these very fleshy citizens sitting in here. The whole one wall is all art, and they are in here just eating food and drinking beers. And like when you stand up, they're all like, "You weren't supposed to bring the well, troubleshooters. Excellent. So you're now here," and they all kind of like look at one another. Clearly, for a moment, they're all a little like terrified. And then the same one that was giving the instructions before, like, "So our new control group has arrived. Do you have those bottles that I gave you?"
We have retrieved the bottles.
Excellent. Well then, I'm going to. Ooh, senses working overtime. Oh, I haven't heard that in forever.
Yeah.
XTC, whatever happened to them?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
Watched a good documentary on them the other day. Look it up. It was very, very cool. Yeah.
I actually will. I
All right.
like it.
I'll see if I can figure out what's called.
Yeah, I'm sick for music documentaries. All right, so they say, so here is the situation. So the part of the experiment is that we are kept back here, and our bodies are being tested for the benefit of the entire survivor complex with too much rich food, alcohol, art, and occasionally leisure.
That sounds awful.
Are you prepared for that?
What is this leisure you speak
I don't
of?
recognize that word.
It means sort of a directed non-doing.
Can you? I think I need to experience this in order to really empathize with your plight.
Absolutely. So I want you, everyone, take 2 of those bottles that you have there and quickly imbibe them. You don't want to eat anything first; just have those straight away.
I'll do one.
All right. You drink one, and it burns. It burns all the way down. But then
in Kentucky.
Then it feels like, all right, that's not bad.
I want to turn to Annie and like, are you going to have that other one?
Renewal doesn't sound like such a bad idea.
Yeah.
Hey, Annie, are you going to have that other bottle?
Maybe.
If you don't need it.
Clearly, I don't need it right now.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to take it. And I'm going to drink 3 of them.
Yeah, you get a experience point for working on your work on behalf of the Iron Slackers. You are now doing the right thing and such. Anyway, pretty soon you guys are all like feeling pretty good. And then they're like, all right, so this is fantastic. So all we, now you have to go to this is our special chamber, but you guys, Special Control Group 3, are going to go to your special chambers. And that's where the experiment will continue, right? Right. Right. So
I don't think so. I like this room.
I like this room.
No.
From behind, from within my treasonous pocket, I pull out a bomb.
Oh.
They're like, what do you have there? Second class citizen.
Hey, do you need a light?
The bomb.
Citizen
Yeah,
third
you got a
class.
light?
Yeah.
Hand me that right now. That's not something you should be having.
You
P.S.
hold that up. I'm going to.
You are now experiencing your first being a real whiskey buzz, and you're thinking this is the funniest thing ever. He's like, third class citizen. I need you to hand me that right now before anyone gets hurt.
Hold on. It's not going to hurt anybody. I just got to get this bit here lit.
Hey, Annie.
No.
Here you go.
All right. So you light the bomb, or really, it's like push.
It's a
fuse
button
kind of
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it for like 10 seconds.
All right. So at this point, let's everyone roll initiative because there's a lot of things happening here. The members of Special Control Group 2 are going to go on 5.
I got a 1.
Oh, Annie. Oh, Andy.
Just standing here with a bomb ticking down.
That's awesome. Dole B2, how'd we do?
I rolled a 2, so that's a grand total of 4.
This is the best day I've ever had, man. Okay, Arc Tuane.
17.
17 for Arc Tuane.
I mean, if I were in a faction, it would be anarchists, and this sure sounds like a little bit of anarchy.
Ah, yes, and Will Are Dead.
9.
9 for Will Are Dead. All right. Yeah. So the. All right. Well, that's fantastic. So Arc Tuane, you go first. Hey, he just hit a button on a bomb, but it really seems more funny right now than anything else.
Yeah. I'm gonna presume that the bomb is of a size that I can sort of do something fun with. I kind of gonna gesture to pick it up and go, hey, that looks really cool. I wonder what happens if and I'm gonna try and drop kick it just into the middle of the room.
Okay, they're all like, no. All right. So Annie, do you resist Arc taking the bomb from you?
I'm giggling the whole time.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So you have the bomb and you were going to kick it into the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't kick it.
All right. Yeah. Give me a luck check on how that's going to play out for you, there, cousin.
I am 1 over my luck.
Uh-oh.
1 over, huh? Yeah. So you kick that thing and it's just going to explode. So a couple of things happen here at once. You are going to take 9 points of damage.
Yep.
Everybody else in the room takes a shockwave damage and takes 4 points of damage as this thing levels out. And you hear dun 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 dun. There has been no explosion today in any part of the compound. All those who say there have been an explosion are traitors who are dead. But then it gets cut out. And you hear this mechanical voice say, "This is the purge. The purge is here. The purge is here." And you start hearing things starting to go off in various parts of the. You start hearing big things moving around and robots and things, and something's happening on outside the door here.
Mm-hmm.
I was typing. What was the damage on the shockwave?
Shockwave damage was
4.
Was it 4? Yeah.
Okay, good.
I picked my dice. I'm sorry.
I am surprisingly still alive. I am a survivor.
You are, man. You are.
You've had a bad day.
Yeah.
Only good days in Survivor Complex. Only good days.
Because you don't remember the bad
Yeah, I
ones.
was going to say those are the only ones you remember.
Like close the door behind us. Like.
All right. So you're going to close the door that leads into here.
Yes.
All right. You go over there and close that door. The people on the interior, they're all coughing and sputtering, and they're like, "We're going to get busted. We got to get out of here right now." And their one leader walks over to where that sort of like moves the things that were in front of the slot that you opened up from the other side there, and they're like, "You look, we're all about to get renewed. I need you to rip this, and we're going to lose." We're going to ruin the experiment for the Presidentron, and then he's going to be really, really sore. So I need you to go ahead and get us into that place back there where you were, wherever it was.
Ooh, but
Chop, citizen class 3.
But the purge is here. I don't want to go
What
out
does
there.
that even mean?
I don't know, but I don't want to see. I'm not curious. Curiosity is treason.
I don't see why you're so upset. You're their unofficial business.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is there a buffet?
Yeah, there's there's a lot of food back here. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, no, that's right.
Is there more than one door?
All right, so you're going to help yourself to their food?
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? You taste sweet for the first time in your life. And it's like
Something that's not just a viscous fluid.
Yeah, you pretty much get mush. And if you're lucky, you get salty kind of mush. But this is so sweet. It's like you've never experienced sweet before, and it's just like, you feel like your teeth are rattling, but it's also good. It's good.
Is there another door from this room?
There is another door from this room. There's one other door out of here other than the door that you came in through.
I'm intrigued. I'm gonna go and
Yep.
open that door.
All right.
Mhm.
You go and open that door and see the most opulent chamber you've ever seen in your life. There are beds there, and the beds each are like one big room, okay? Very, very sweet dormitory. There are posters on the walls of like citizens, and seemingly like, there are male and female citizens pictured in outside of their jumpsuits for some reason. You don't know why. Um,
Ugh.
and
Filthy.
there are sort of like sheets hanging from the ceiling that are sort of like separating these different sleeping chambers from one another and such. There's music playing in here as well, and it's not like, I mean, Dolby too. You're the rock and roll soldier. That's your fashion. Yeah, you totally recognize this is Creedence Clearwater Revival, one of the special bands of the rock and roll army that you have like all like snuck out at night and all sat around a tape recorder, all listening to it very quietly. It's playing very loud in here. And at the far side of this room, you see that there is a computer terminal over there. Now, you know about computer terminals, but they're usually monitored very, very, very carefully. And the screen is almost always showing that staticky silhouette of the president with his hat on. But this one just has a bunch of numbers and letters and windows and things. And the guy's like, stay out of there.
Interesting.
This
late
is,
now.
this is, yeah. I'm gonna go and press some buttons.
All right. You guys walk down there, and they're like looking at each other, and like the members of Special Control Group 2 all kind of gather at one side of the room there, and they all just start like talking to each other. Are you guys all going to go into that dorm chamber?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
Swinging like 2 beers on a 6-pack plastic ring thing.
Yeah, you
One
grab
in
a
my
couple
hand.
you grab a couple of beers on your way out, and
I've got one of those flat disc-shaped things that's at the buffet. It looks perfect for piling food onto.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a big old pile of that and carry that with me.
Absolutely. You are experiencing flavors that you have never thought of before, and it's mind blowing. Who would have
Big
Gruel is an
soft
amazing upgrade.
furniture
banana?
thing.
Who would have thought banana?
I'm gonna lay down on this soft looking horizontal platform.
Your bed sucks. This bed is awesome, as it turns out. Who is approaching the computer?
Well, I'm going to suggest to Art Twain that maybe I'm not saying that I have any experience with breaching security on a computer, but there's a chance that I have some experience with breaching security.
Awesome. I might be able to help.
Oh, okay, great. And now I'm assuming that breach security has something to do with computers, Brendan, but I'm not sure about that.
Breaching security is actually like breaking into doors and that kind of thing.
Okay, cool.
The principle is sound. So I'll give you a semi-trained D16 check if you want to try to,
If this is Art Twain's bailiwick, I'm not going to step in front, but I'll be glad to try
I
to
don't
help.
know. I can't quite tell. I mean, I have lucky sign you at the computer, but in terms of actual abilities, it's not really clear. So.
Gotcha. Well, what's your traitorous skill?
Oh yeah, bathtub pharmacology. It's not quite the same.
No.
Very close.
Yeah, you're rolling a D10 on this computer thing. Dolby 2 would have a D16. But when you get over there, you see that there are all kinds of like windows that are open, and like you actually like somewhere off in the distance. Okay, you actually hear. Well, okay, actually, this is Will, your library gang, right?
Yep.
Give me a D24 now, your intelligence modifier for your library gang check there.
22.
Okay. So far off in the distance, somewhere else in the complex, there are now klaxons going off and screaming and things, but you also hear the Presidentron, and it's like, there is not a riot going on. All citizens return back to your rooms. I would like to have everyone. And while he's doing that, you see like there's one of the windows that's open on this computer terminal. The exact same words the Presidentron is saying out there are scrolling past in this window. All synced up perfectly.
Oh.
Hey, Jess, are you watching? My phone just died, so that's my life. I always forget to plug my phone in before this thing, and I should have it charged up down here, but I don't because I'm terrible.
Hmm.
Since I recognize what letters are, when I see that scroll by on the computer screen, I'm gonna poke hello into the keyboard and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, you hear it gets quiet out there for a second, then you hear hello.
Oh my gosh. We have got the power now.
Okay, so time out. I gotta just here's something that happens while this is going on. Okay, that door opens up, and you see that the guys, like the folks who are in Special Control Group 2, they are all coming through here, and you can see that they, even though they're all of their gear shows them to be second-class citizens, they have first-class lasers, and they are coming in here after you guys, and they're like, "Get away from that terminal!" And they're getting ready to fire at y'all. So go ahead and let's. There's about to be a firefight, so let's go ahead and give me an initiative check. They're actually going to 16.
2.
3.
I'm sorry. Will, you got a 3?
Yep, got a 3.
Dolby's got a 5. Grand total of 5.
Mark Twain's got 15.
I also have a 15.
Ooh.
I bet.
What are y'all, the Doublemint twins?
Stop rolling my dice.
But I wanna.
Arc Twain is on 15, and and do we also determine that y'all also have a 12 agility each?
We
Right.
did, yeah.
That's
We'll
free.
roll a D2.
Well, you stand on one side of the door, and I'll stand on the other.
All right, perfect. Well, I'm lying on the bed drinking a beer, so I'll probably go
Oh,
second.
you lie on one bed on one side of the room drinking a beer. I'm going to lie on the other side.
You know what? I see this conflict here, but I ship it. I think you guys are going to work out. All right. So here makes a there are 4 of them. None of them are willing to fire at Will R because he's over there by that terminal, and they're not firing in the direction of that terminal. But they are going to fire. One's firing at Dolby 8. 14. Dolby, you take 7 points of damage from a first-class laser.
Ow.
I will
Arc
say that,
Twain. Go ahead.
Dolby's AC is 15. So
No, it's going to miss you.
Yep,
You have
yep,
15
just-
AC?
yeah, because my jumpsuit is a +3.
Everyone jumps to the +3. Oh, you have a
okay.
high agility.
My agility's +2 as well.
Yeah. Man, soars past you. Can't do it. One fires at Arc Twain. Gets a 12. It's going to miss. One fires at Arc Twain and is going to get a 15 and hit. You take 5 points of damage from that. And one's firing at Anarchist. He's getting +4. You're laying there. Still misses. There's a hole in the pillow next to you. And you've never seen down before, but now it's fluffed up and flying in the air. You're not sure what's going on, except that you know it's fluffy.
We've got a Han Solo Greedo thing going on here now because I'm going to shoot back when it's my turn.
I got you. It is. It's actually Arc Twain first. It is your turn.
How many of them are there?
There are 4 of them, and
Okay.
they have like I said, first class double the trader. Marcus Flores says double the traders, double the fun. That's hilarious.
I'm gonna shoot back, but I'm also gonna shout, "Hey, quit shooting at us! We're on official business."
Okay.
I rolled a 14.
Sounded very convincing.
All right.
That was 14 to hit.
14. That is going to hit.
Cool. 1d8.
Yep.
5 points. 5 points of
All
damage.
right. He is still up, but you put a big old laser burn on him. And he looks pretty upset by all this. Lasers are flying. Are you going to do anything with your move action or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and move next to the computer.
All right. You get over and get next to the computer. That's awesome. It's time for Anarchist 10.
I just had the most amazing thought. I reach into my treasonous pocket again, and I pull out a mini EMP grenade.
Yeah. All right.
Crash the system.
Yeah.
Anarchy for everyone.
All right. Okay. So this is either going to just shut down this terminal or cause a chain reaction. I would like a luck check from you, Antichrist 10. I would like an important luck check.
The most important luck check of my life until I get renewed. Oh, I made it by 9.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah. All of a sudden, you hit that, and the whole place scrambles out and just goes dark. And you still hear the screams of people in the hallways. Okay. But only the emergency lights go on right now, like a set of red kind of like chemical emergency lights that are built in the ceiling go on. And you do not hear, you hear no trumpets, you hear no president. You do hear screaming and yelling, but that is all you hear. And yeah, man, I got to say, you're going to get an experience point for you have officially done one big thing towards your anarchist yeah, exactly, your anarchist confederation. So you get a point of experience point for that. Awesome.
Nice.
That's fantastic. And it is completely dark in here. I was wondering when that thing was going to pop up. All right. That was Antichrist. It's time for Dull B2. You are standing there by the computer. So no one's lasers work right now. All the little smiley face indicator that says that your laser still has power, they've all gone blank as this EMP thing has completely scrambled all of the circuits. It's very, very dark in here. It's a shadowy kind of a red. Only chemical lights are now, emergency chemical lights are going on, but it's very shadowy and dark in here. Also, here's the thing you've never realized before. There's a constant airflow sound that goes on all the time, like as the air filters work, it gets quiet. You thought it was quiet before. Now there's no air filters. So that means whatever it means. It is your turn. What are you going to do?
All right. So can you tell me that will a vibroletto, will that work in these conditions or negative?
Will that still work? Give me a luck check. I don't know.
All right. Well,
Each one you roll low on your luck.
I rolled a 3. So yeah, that's why.
Yeah, turns out that thing is completely mechanical.
Nice.
I don't know. It just vibrates. It's a vibroletto. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Totally do.
It's just springs and whatnot. So yeah, sure enough.
All right. So it seems like this is a good time for me to take advantage of my alleged mutation, which is teleportation. And as long as I can see where these guys are in the room, I'm going to teleport to behind them in preparation for vibrolettoing.
I love that so much. I want to take it out behind the middle school and get it pregnant. I want you to go ahead and anybody who gets that reference and that can throw that out in the chat room, and you'll get a special bonus prize.
Nice.
You won't be renewed today.
Hold on, I'm missing the page. TEL. All right, here it goes. All right, so first, give me a D4 check for manifestations. We're doing manifestations today.
Yep, cool. 4.
4. A ring of violacious energy, kids, grows to surround one end of the teleported persons or objects as it passes over them to the end. They vanish or reappear in its wake. Violacious energy. So,
I don't know what violacious is, but is that like a big ring kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Nice.
like it over here as you pop back up. All right, cool. So give me your check.
Cool. Roll a 12.
That's exactly what you need.
Okay.
Teleport, handhold. Oh, wait, no. That's only an object. You need to teleport your person 18 minimum. Want to spend some luck points in that?
Oh, yeah. This seems like a good time to do that.
Absolutely. Blue! You appear behind. Hey! Marcus gets it from 30 Rock. Well done, Marcus. As all y'all know, I am 30 Rock obsessed, and it is very cool that somebody got that one. Nicely done. Was it Mojo Nixon? Not Mojo Nixon. Although Mojo Nixon is also awesome. You're thinking of Debbie Gibson is pregnant with my two-headed love child.
Violacious is of a violet color.
Oh,
I just said violet-ish. I don't know.
Yeah. I love how he can't go, but I mean, I get it. You know, that's a
He's gone
violation.
lavender.
He's gone lavender. This whole dungeon's going lavender, kids.
Not
All
gone
right,
plaid
so
though.
Dolby 2 disappears in the dark. I'm gonna say it's hard to see what actually happened because it's so
Sure.
dark back here. But yeah, you're
Mhm.
suddenly behind these guys with a vibro thing and ready to do some real fancy damage back here. And no one's shooting at you right now. So uh, yeah, so this is awesome. So I'm gonna say you shut the terminal off here. I'm gonna roll. This is gonna keep the EMP thing is gonna last for a certain number of time units until it comes back. I'm gonna roll it up. All right. So that was awesome. And now Dolby 2 is back there, and it's time for Will R Dead 2 to do something brilliant.
The computer terminal's down. The laser's down. I'm gonna run over to one of these guys and I'm gonna jam one of these pieces of short rib just right in his mouth. Just try to jam it all the way down in there. Let's see how this experiment works.
Give me an attack roll, man.
I got an 11.
An 11.
12. A 12.
These guys are armor class 13. You want to spend it?
I'll spend it.
There you go. Go ahead and give me damage. Hungry like the wolf. I love
What is damage for short ribs?
It's going to be a die 3 plus your strength modifier on top of there. Now, if it had been a full rack, I mean,
That's a club.
yeah.
It's only 3.
All right. All right. You wound one with this, and like you think this is maybe the first time he's ever actually been like physically hit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not even sure if you've ever been physically hit before, but you know, it doesn't happen much. But that was awesome. So you go over there and short rib this guy in the face. It is their turn. All right. I am going to call for a morale check for these guys at this point. A lot of bad things have happened. You're in their sacred place. Someone's got hit with a rib. They don't know where the hell people are, so they might be fleeing out of here. So I am going to go ahead and make a morale check for these guys. Here it comes. Yeah, they are going to turn and flee, but I will say that because they are, Dolby 2 gets a free attack on one of them as they run out of there. Because they're leaving out of your melee space, you know what I'm saying? And they're also scared crapless when they see you back there. So go ahead and give me an attack roll and add +2 to your check.
All right. I rolled a 4, so that's a grand total of 6. I don't think it's going to do it.
They stampede past you and basically run back into that maintenance corridor. Well, they're right now they're in their little sanctuary room where they were all hanging out, and they're all headed for the door back there. I will say that you guys can still run up and like attack if you want to, but you're gonna have to like actually they're fleeing. So that is what they are up to. It is Arc Twain for them to. It is your turn, Arc Twain. What are you gonna do?
I'm kind of thinking that bed looks quite comfy, and I'm a little bit hurt. So I'm just gonna
get your slack on.
Rest.
Man, you take an experience point for getting your slack on in the midst.
And I want to whilst I'm resting, I'm gonna attempt to use a med kit.
All right,
it's gonna go badly.
Go ahead and make a roll. Doesn't necessarily gonna go badly. It's intelligence, yes, and simple. Just gotta get an 11 or better.
14.
14. Yeah, get back a die, 8 hit points.
Woo! 3 points.
Yeah, you are back 3 hit points higher and happy to be here. It is Antichrist. You have now caused some real anarchy for the first time, and boy, it's delicious. What are you gonna do for your next move?
I bounce up off the bed and I Superman across another bed, like an action hero, to get some cover between me and those dudes that tried to shoot me.
All right, yeah, no problem. You dive off there and get behind another bed and are now back behind this thing. And
can I shoot one when I'm flying by?
You can, but nice. But you got to roll a D16, and if you miss, you are going to probably kill Dolby 2.
Nice, sweet revenge.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah. We're all gonna die anyway soon. Let's see here. Laser, range. Oh, it's just a flat. Oh no, attack mod. It's a 10. I missed. I'll burn luck.
All right. They are
13s?
13s. Yeah, 13s. Mhm.
Yeah, I'll burn 3 points luck.
Yes.
I had some.
So,
I had some to spare.
I think my AC is 15, so I might need to burn just a little more.
I'm not trying to hit you.
Oh, I thought you
But if
said you were.
I did,
I thought you
No,
were.
he
it's
said it was okay if
Oh,
it was.
yeah,
You know.
that's fine.
I thought he was aiming
If I
for
miss
me.
them and get you, I win either way. 3 points of damage.
You know what? You actually kill one. That one
Hey, that's
Yep.
anarchy right there,
Yeah.
baby.
You zap that one guy as he's running to the door, and he hits their table and stumbles all over it, and just stuff goes every place. Wow. They are all.
If Annie Chris 9 could see me now.
How proud they'd be! That's awesome. We have got to do this adventure again. This is too funny. All right, hold on a minute. I'm sorry. Oh, one second. No.
I EMP'd your computer too, apparently.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Okay, there you go. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I purged myself. Sorry.
Multi-dimensional EMP.
I know, right? That's why I'm all wavery.
Look, it worked.
I know, right? All right. I'm like a big child over here. All right. Anyway, that was awesome. That was Antichrist. Has done that attack. Is Dolby too. So you can still you could run after one and attack one if you want to because they're still fleeing, or you could do something else. I'm just saying it's an option.
So is there an actual doorway between where they're headed and us that we could close after they get through?
Yeah, you could once they get outside there, you could close the door behind them.
Mm-hmm. But beyond that door is where all the food is.
No, so you guys were in the dorm chamber, right?
Yeah.
You're right now like you teleported just to the edge of it. They ran past you and into that first room with the room with the food with the slot that looks into the other hallway.
Yeah.
That's where they're getting ready to run through that door and out of there.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a shot at one on the way out. Might as well. Pull my laser keytar off my shoulder.
It's not. It's the no happy face on laser keytar. It's the EMP has defuncted all of the lasers.
Good point. Yep, that might be just time to get a snack then. So I'll just kind of mosey over and get something to nibble on.
Yeah, man. There's you experience your first peanut butter filled pretzel. It's good. It's good. All right. So are we just going to let these guys go and move on to the next thing? Like while they're let them flee out of there?
Yeah, I have an idea if the power ever comes back on.
Yeah, well, it does. 3 minutes later, you guys hang out and eat some food and whatever, and 3 minutes later, the power goes on, and you see that the computer terminal starts to reboot itself. And and there's a trumpet thing, and you once again hear the announcement. You hear the, it's and again, it's read along on the text there. You can see, you hear, we have experienced a minor power outage, but there is no danger to anyone. P.S. There's also screams and yells going on still as people are, in the background of this. Everyone is completely safe. Your Presidentron is, as always, watching out over you at all times. I see each one of you. All of you are in my gaze. All of you are in my embrace.
All right, I want to type something on the keyboard.
Okay, at this point, some kind of security thing has happened since then. So it's going to take some security doings to get back into that.
Oh, bummer.
Well, maybe we got somebody on staff can do it.
I thought that was beating the door down.
It is, but I told him he could, it's the same principle, not beating doors down, defeating security. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you want to try it, you can do it. You're rolling a D16 for your check. Dolby too.
Does this have a passkey reader on it as well?
Oh, give me a luck check.
Where have I put my there?
Roll.
It does not.
Yeah, no.
I rolled an 11.
You rolled an 11. You want to spend 4 points of luck?
Sure, sounds good.
All right. Yeah. Dolby 2 spends a minute. He basically furiously pressing emojis and moving them around. Like you don't know what the words mean, but all the security is all emoji based, and you're able to get through it. And yeah, Will, you're back up. You were able to
All
do
right.
so.
So I want to type. This is Presidentron. All first and second class citizens have been declared treasonous. Terminate on sight.
That's outstanding.
Hell yeah.
The anarchists approve.
Hell yeah.
Wait,
There
tell
is
them
a-
that troubleshooters are exempt.
Well, troubleshooters are usually lower than 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, but we're in a level 2 facility right now.
Oh, okay. Troubleshooters are exempt.
All right, so it gets
Any citizen that successfully terminates a level 1 or level 2 citizen will be immediately promoted.
Oh my God.
To a level
They're
1
all
or
gonna
level 2
The level
You're
1 or
gonna
level
kill
2,
each
yeah.
All right. So the cacophony from outside goes into hyperdrive. People are screaming. You guys started hearing like you hear a gunshot. You're like, who even has a gun? But someone had one someplace. There's it's just going nuts out there in the regular like real world. People are just like losing their minds, and from what you can tell, it's just a bloodbath out there. And I will at the end of this, like you get that through one cycle, and the terminal turns off, and you see once again you see the outline of the president there, but the voice is wrong, and you hear a woman's voice say, "Special Control Group 2, you have really gone too far this time. Is this all to get back at me? Have I done something to get you to piss you off? Why are you doing this? This is going to take weeks, months to get back online. You are going to ruin what we have going on here, idiots."
Oh, what did they say her name was? Margaret?
I thought it was something like that. Yeah.
We could. Why don't we meet up and have a conversation about it?
Oh yeah, and you guys can all bring your fancy first-class lasers and shoot right through my defense because I'm a moron. Absolutely not, you wanks.
Well, you can come to us.
Get it together. Look, why did you do this? Is this to get at me? Because I'm sorry. I think we, Special Control Group 1 deserves our share of the ice cream as well. We had to have a freezer, and I'm sorry that you don't get to have a second one in your dorm room. Gosh.
How many of you are left?
Oh, well, all 6 of us are left, but we got furniture piled up against the door because apparently everyone is trying to find every possible class 4 and 5 citizen day because some morons told them that they were going to get promoted over that. How are we going to do this?
Wait, you think that you've got 6 of you left? You'll see.
Terry, what's happened to your voice, Terry?
Terry does not compute.
Oh my God! Are you a bunch of immediate? All right, citizens, tell me what your citizens' ranks are. Terry?
Anarchist. Anarchy. We're coming for you, Margaret.
And the
We know
screen,
where you
yeah,
live.
the screen goes blank and it goes back to how it was before, where you just see like all those windows opening up and all those emojis that are in there.
Can we make the tannoy, the loudspeaker talk again?
Yeah, you are once again. You're no longer locked out in there. However, there's an announcement going out right now, and you can hear it. It's like, citizens are like all orders to murder all people of ranks 2 and 1 are now been rescinded. And at this point,
The previous message has been rescinded.
yes. So right now, essentially, someone is on another terminal trying to do the same thing that you are. So you are going to have to basically sort of lock them out of what they're trying to do while they're trying to do the same to you. So we can do it on one roll here. Me versus really Will, because you got to be able to read to this. Okay. So and you don't have you're not a programmer, but I will say you can roll on this one. you fit the language. So go ahead and give me a D16 check and try to beat my 11. D16 as your intelligence mod.
And a bunch of luck.
And a bunch of luck, yeah.
Where's the 16?
If you need to.
All right. So the 16. These things just don't stop rolling. All right. So I got a 13 plus 2 intelligence is 15, and you got a 16?
Yeah.
Is that what I got? Yes.
I will spend 2 points of luck.
All right, yeah. All right, so 2 points luck. Yeah, so you are able to lock them out mid announcement, and now it's quiet out there until you change it again.
All right, so I'm going to reestablish that order. The previous order to rescind the prior order has, in fact, been rescinded.
Very presidential.
Continue purging. They called first and second class citizens.
And find special control
First,
group 1.
Yeah.
first and
special
second class
research.
citizens. You
Yeah.
give them that? All
Yeah.
right. So it's quiet for a minute out there, okay? And then remember that gunshot? You hear it again. And then the whole thing starts up. Screaming, yelling, hell raising, and that is yeah. So what do you guys do? It's the riot outside gets to fever pitch proportions out there as the entire survivor complex is now locked in a class struggle as these people are you can hear you're only hearing this like secondhand, like you're hearing people like outside like screaming, or you hear gunshots, lasers going off, the whole 9 yards. What are y'all doing?
We need to stick it to control group 1.
Yeah, agreed.
But what can we do? Can we give them a time to live? Their death is going to be within the next, and then do a countdown.
Just tell the populace that they're trying to take Presidentron hostage, and that they should be taken to renewal on site.
Yes.
Renewal on site.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, you guys here. There's some, is that what you guys are going to do?
Sure. Yeah, the only other thing I was thinking about doing is trying to use breach security to ascertain their location. Like use the computer to see if we can figure out where they are located in relation to us. But I'm not sure.
All right, you can go ahead and give me that check. Again, it's a D16. I'm going to say it's going to call for a 14 or better.
Nice. I rolled a 1.
Okay. So here is what happens. The screen starts blinking red, and you hear Dole B2, Eddie, Chris 10, Arc 2, Wayne, Will, are dead 2. Report yourselves for immediate renewal. And the whole thing is flashing red and such. And they're showing like your pictures on this thing, like like candid shots of you. But they do show one, like there's a little video clip of Will are dead, and like his eyes completely going blank, like blank room, and like underneath is like traitor, 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 traitor. And that's when you guys hear the door to the dorm room blows off, and you guys see an actual combat robot there. You got to get past this combat robot because it's coming at you with real anger right now. So he's going to go on initiative 7. He blows the door off. All right, so Dole B2, what'd you get?
I got an 8 altogether.
8 for Dole B2. Okay, Annie Chris 10.
I got a 17 finally.
17 for Annie Chris 10. Okay, Arc to Wayne.
I got a 16.
16. Everyone's going in front of it. You know what? I was really doing great on initiative today. If you guys are home or watching, I don't win a whole lot of initiative. I was doing great till right now. All right, Arc to Wayne is going to get that. And last but not least, Will are dead.
10.
10 for Will are dead too. All right, Antichrist 10. This combat robot. It's the combat robot. Here's what he looks like. It's about 4 foot tall. Okay. It's shaped kind of like a cash register. Okay. It's got like treads on the long sides of it. It's rolling up here. It's got two kind of like Dr. Octopus looking arms. The one has got a laser on the end of it, and the other has got a. You ever see Master of the Flying Guillotine? It's got one of them. Basically,
Maybe.
like a circle on one end that occasionally goes and looks like it is a chopper. So this thing is, and it's rolling at you guys. Laser, chopper, headpiece, and it can barely fit through the door, and it's trying to murder somebody. So Antichrist 10, you're up first, bud.
The good news is I am currently hidden behind a bed.
Oh yeah,
and
you're
I'm
good.
I'm going to roll under the bed. I'm like,
right.
nope.
All right, Antichrist 10, decides that the better part of valor is going to be demonstrated for us.
And I
today.
pop open a can of beer.
It's like that scene from Cobra. Oh, there's a reference.
There it is.
I know, right? I don't get to do that one very often, but All right, Arc 2, Wayne, it's your turn. It's P.S. If you're watching from home, do not go and watch Cobra on my. Do not.
It's not a recommendation. It's just
No.
Better.
Well, you should watch Chud.
All
right.
yes,
I really need to see
Chud,
that.
obviously. We just had
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
we do Chud night every year, so we just had our Chud night this past Monday, and it was just as magical as ever. Chud, a movie about the movie about some creatures that are only guilty of loving too much.
I think I've seen that movie.
It's it's got John Goodman. It's got a lot of really good people working so hard with the worst script ever.
Amazing.
It's like they all owed somebody a favor, and that
Oh
was it.
yeah. That thing that was 2 rewrites away from being a very decent 80s movie. We love it. We love it so much in the house. I can't even tell you. All right, Arc 2 Wayne. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It is your turn.
No,
I have
it's
got a combat robot here trying to murder Yeet.
I have a couple of questions about things that may or may not be on my character sheet.
All right.
So, not that I have any, but
No.
what do the ghostly pills do?
Oh, go slow
Apple.
pills. Go slow pills. Those are like, they go slow pills are a condensation of the drugs that they give you when you have to have surgery, which happens all the time here.
Okay.
But they have a very euphoric, very kind of quieting effect on people,
Okay.
and you definitely after you take a couple.
Probably not worth me taking those right now.
I mean, is there
I
ever
want-
a bad
I
time
could.
for a go slow pill? You tell me, bro.
This is
Yeah, it
true.
might make the death easier to handle.
Obviously, I'm completely pure human, and I don't have any
No.
mutations whatsoever.
Ooh.
But out of curiosity, what would happen with molecular integration?
Molecular integration.
We need an echo effect there.
Molecular integration is awesome.
That just sounds fun.
Yeah. If you bust some molecular integration on somebody, hold on. I'll give you an example. All right. Okay. This is for healing. You can heal damage to a person or a creature more the higher you roll. But at a really high thing, you can reassemble a creature. As like you can put like you can bring somebody back to life. Now, are you looking to destroy something with molecular integration?
Well, it doesn't sound like it can really do that, right?
Well, I don't know. This is DCC. We got you. Let's say you wanted to try to reverse the streams. Hashtag hack the earth. I'll let you try it, but to use it as an offensive weapon, I'm gonna need you to roll me a D16, and on a failure, the consequences are going to be oh so dire.
Okay, that sounds cool. Let's do that. I'm thinking that this thing is a robot, and the circuit boards are made of silicon, which is sand. So I'm thinking of either pushing those circuit boards to being pure glass or pure sand. Maybe pure glass. I'm just going to try and break all the circuits by making all of the circuit boards into glass.
All right. All right, I want to see you do it. Give me that check.
I'm just going to turn off my virtual background for a second.
$20.
Yeah.
I hate to be this guy, but you got to roll a d16, like I said.
Oh, you. Hear that at all.
But I mean, hey, nicely rolled 20.
15.
Woo!
Oh,
Dodge
yeah.
that bullet. Woo! No, 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 no,
Where
no.
is my
Matrix, y'all. Matrix out of that one. One. It's a 1.
14. It's not too bad.
All right. 14.
It's a 1.
I am going to say that's going to do 2d6 damage to this thing.
Bonus some luck.
Sure.
I'm thinking I will take that way up. If I burn 4 points of luck
All right. So how much damage is that total? Oh, you mean on the check?
on the check.
Oh, yeah. So that's 18. Give me 2d12 damage on this thing. I'm gonna say.
I'll try to find my 12. There it is. That is 5 and a 4.
Okay.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Smoke starts issuing from the interior of this thing, and it's like danger, danger, danger. It swivels around 100 degrees and breaks a whole it breaks 2 of the beds that are closest to it, just smashes through them by accident. But it's still up and going, but it's certainly is messed up right now. That was awesome. So it's Will R dead 2. Will he or won't he? Your turn, bro.
All right. So I am going to whip out my highly illegal, highly treasonous stun baton.
Ooh, stun baton.
And I'm going to sort of duck and weave over to the robot, and I'm going to jam this stun baton into it, and then just try to volt this thing.
I want to see it. These are armor class. It's armor class 16.
Armor class 16. I rolled an 11 plus 1 for strength plus 3 for the weapon is 15, 14, 15.
15.
15. And I'll spend a luck.
All right. Give me damage.
All right, so
that's a saving throw, right?
Yeah. Fortitude.
All right. Since this is a robot, it's going to work differently. Okay. If it fails its save, it is going to go ahead and be stunned for a round rather than shut down, dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, this thing says stunned for 1d3 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So I rolled a 1 on my save. So roll me a die 3.
All right. So I got a 3.
Man, my combat robot's getting his butt kicked here. All right. That's the way.
And so it does 3 points of damage, and then it's stunned.
All right. It is wounded and it is now stunned for. You said 3 on your check on the stun check.
Yes.
All right. It is stunned for 3 rounds as it's now trying to reboot itself. Smoke's coming out of it. That's not good at all. I didn't even get to blast anybody. I was really looking forward to killing one of y'all with this. I had a plan.
I wonder if it would listen if Presidentron declared it on our side.
Maybe so, but remember, you've been locked out of the terminal for your your treasonous ways.
Alleged.
Well, according now, this is officially, you know what I mean? This is as rock solid as it gets. So at this point, it is. That was Will. It is Dolby 2.
Cool. Seems like a good time to fire on this thing.
Yes.
All right. 5 altogether. So that's not going to help too much.
Now you laser burns a hole in the wall behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But fight continues still. All right, it's going to lose its round. It's supposed to go now, and it's going to spend a round screwing up. All right, it is Annie Christ. You are hiding beneath a bed. What are you going to do?
Yeah, since I hear the combat bot getting all herky jerky and glitchy, I kind of lift up a cover and I'll take a shot from down there.
Do it.
Oh, 19
Yeah. Give me some damage.
for 4 points of damage.
All right, it is still up, but it is getting tore up at this point. Arc to Wayne, what you gonna do?
I think I'll take a shot at it.
Give me a shot with that laser.
12.
Yeah, 12's gonna miss.
Okay.
You hit it. It just doesn't do any damage to it.
Yeah.
You hit its armor. All right, it's time for Will R.
I'm going to scoop up one of those class 1 lasers that got dropped.
There's one. There's exactly one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to pick it up and just point blank into this.
All right, go ahead and give me a shot with the class 1.
I missed. I suck.
Yeah.
I missed.
All right. No one's in melee with it though, so I won't. You're all good. But it's time for Dole B2 to do something Dole-borific. What you gonna do?
I think same thing. Keytar laser.
To take
11 altogether.
It's gonna miss. This is round 2 of this thing being stunned. It loses this round, and it's gonna lose next round, and they can go. So Anna, this is you got 1 round left to kill this thing. Annie, Chris 10. What you gonna do?
I will fire again. 9, that's an 11.
All right. That's going to miss. Arc to Wayne. Take a shot. Do something crazy.
I might do that molecular integration again, if you'll allow it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You haven't lost it for the rest of the day. Yeah, by all means.
Why not?
All right. Give me that D16 check.
Yeah.
Assuming you're still going to use it for damage rather than to hurt, to help.
Yeah. So I got a 13.
Okay, 13. That's going to do die 6 damage.
That was a 6.
You know what? That's it. At this point, it makes this huge, big kaboosh noise. And like smoke starts issuing forth from it, and the whole thing just like slumps over and down. There is an incredibly large riot going on during all of this. And what are you guys going to do? You still hear the screams of everything going on in the background.
Buffet table.
Say again?
Pop open another beer.
I'm going to the buffet table.
Oh, yeah. You guys are going to go ahead and just hang out here and eat until it's all over?
I feel like I've achieved my faction's goal, as they should all know. They're going to be like, "Oh, anarchist really got us. Look at this chaos going on."
All right, gotcha. All right.
Enjoying my win.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. Let's we're almost here at the end here of time and such. This is probably a good time. Let's just figure out the outcome. So you guys have gotten, you started a riot. You started a fight between the 2 different, the people who call themselves Special Control Group 1 and Special Control Group 2. You have blown up a security robot. You have used fake announcements for, to spoof on the Presidentron. Who has the lowest luck left in the party?
I have 4.
Oh, okay.
9.
I got 9.
You got a 9?
Mm-hmm.
You got a 4? No, Dolby got a 4.
Yeah.
All right, give me that D20 check and get me a 4 or less.
All right.
All this roll, guys.
17.
Yeah, man. You know what? There are more of those bottles, and you're enjoying those. There's more food. You wake up on the queue, like, huh? They're in the queue, and John 63 is like, well, I've got a special door for the 4 of you. Dun, 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 dun. And he loads all of you guys into there, and you are all subjected to the gentle ministrations of the renewal room at the end. But what a party until you guys got there. And I will say all of you guys have did something for your faction pretty much. So call it a victory. You guys, in this very bleak time, you guys didn't survive, but for a moment there, you were really living. You really you transcended being trapped there in the survivor complex, and for a moment there, you were human beings, just for a moment there, drunk, sloppy, eating too much, laying in the bed, not helping each other as much as you should have been, human beings. So well done, everybody. So we'll go.
Yay.
Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and call it here. We got a few minutes left of the time, but this is a good stopping point. But hey, guys, I loved this, and the more we were playing it, the more I kept thinking of more crazy things to do, like in the future. So we may have to do this some more at some point. It's been a long time since I messed around in this kind of like this hideous genre, but I don't know. This might be our first sequel because I really had fun today. I hope
Nice.
everybody had fun, and I want to say huge, big special thanks to all of everyone showing up today for game therapy, and for all you guys watching at home. I will ask all you guys, and everybody watching at home, please physically do this with me as we do our special. We always do here on game therapy. Everybody, big inhale, big exhale. In with the gaming, out with the bullcrap. In with the gaming, out with the bullcrap. Thank you all very much, and tune in next time for more game therapy.
Namaste.